Late Night Grin. Also, what does that name mean?
Folks, it's a special occasion. Happy Sunday for a it feels strange. It feels like this isn't an episode of the flagship. Thank goodness it is, and it wasn't that Tyson Grin we did on Friday. But instead, we are here for a deadly game, dare I say, folks. We're headed back to 1998. One of the most memorable shows, one of the most era-defining shows in WWF history. Very momentous occasion ahead of us. We've got an expert panel, as always. Brainbuster, how are you this evening, brother?
I'm good. I've been chilling all day. Haven't had to watch the Cowboys play, so I'm in high spirits. I have seen the show, and I was curious because I know about the quality of professional wrestling here. And,
Let's go.
I looked at Dave's star ratings, and I added them up.
Of the time.
14 matches in total. 21 stars given out to these 14 matches. An average of 1.5 star per match. We're so fucking back.
It used to be better in every which way, dude.
Literally
From the newsletter
every
to the show. It's just
Joe, I was just reading his review of this thing as he's describing it. It was it was the funniest thing ever. Like, he was just saying, like, if you love soap opera, man, this show is tremendous. And he was like, if you like good matches, not a good show. If you're somewhere in between, like myself, this is very interesting to view. And, like, he says all this, right? And it'd be like Al Snow versus, like, fucking whoever the fuck he faced. And Dave would be like, yeah, that was a 1/2 star. Anyway, so the next thing was a Steve Austin pre-tape.
He said Steve Regal versus X-Pac was so nonsensical it should have been booked on WCW.
We're just making sure Steve was comfortable. We'll get to it. Novi, it's been a big day in the land of Novi, brother. Tell a bit about it. How are you this evening?
It is a wonderful day. I'm doing great. We hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel. I'm sure that many of them are in the chat today. Very much appreciated. So it's a big day, and we're celebrating by watching a very interesting show.
Hell yeah.
I've never seen it before because, of course, I haven't. I'm the one person who's never seen any wrestling ever, apparently. But I'm excited to get into all of it. It's going to be a fun time.
So Novi's wonderful, magnificent achievement in the game of YouTube. Shout out to the young fella, Kaden Lee of the dance. How are you this evening, brother?
Joe, I also know nothing about this show like Novi has. I literally know nothing. But Joe, I need to tell you something.
Oh,
so last night, as I was getting ready to go to sleep, around like 11 p.m., I hear outside of my window some noises.
Some commotion?
2 people getting it on outside my apartment window. We're watching an Attitude Era show. Do we have to do this?
This sounds like Jerry Lawler banter during a match.
Yeah, it does.
Unfortunately, I'm telling the complete truth. 2 people drunk from a frat party went outside of behind my apartment. And I don't live in like an apartment complex. I live in a house that was turned into an apartment. So they're literally just right outside of my window. Like, there's no distance. They're on the floor. They're on the dirt. They're in the swamp. I'm in a swamp. I live in a swamp. They're on the dirt of the swamp getting it on. And that's, I'm a little traumatized still from this situation. I don't know how to feel. I may have cried a little bit. I called my therapist. But I'm here. I was prescribed Survivor Series Deadly Game as a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
That was Kaden Lee Reed's the transcript of a WWF creative meeting from 1998.
It sure sounded that way. Ibou, how are you this evening, brother?
How am I? Listen, man. Roll the dice. Play your cards. Break the rules. That's who you are. Whoever said play it safe Just never played the game. Never played the game. What a fucking awesome theme song. Oh man. I was gonna go all the way, then there was a whole nother verse before the hook, and I said, fuck that. But I'm excited. I don't even know why. I just sometimes I just want to watch I just want to hang out, Joe Holbert famously had this rant a year ago. Sometimes I just like to hang out. And you know what, folks? We're not here for wine wrestling tonight. We're here for tailgate wrestling, We're here for some fucking just brain rot, some fucking bullshit, you know what I mean? With my friends. We're going to talk about God knows what. Steve Austin's going to be on this show. Big Boss Man's going to swing a nightstick, William Regal's going to wrestle in a full fucking contractor suit or whatever the fuck he's wearing. I'm ready. I'm excited. It's a deadly game. It's a Sunday night. We don't have to talk about Modern Big 2. Let's go.
Glory days, brother.
Let's
go.
It says a lot that Joe Holbert poured his famous Pepsi into a whiskey glass for tonight's show.
It's been a long time, bro. Now,
folks, Joe, you gotta save your sip for Boss Man, though. You gotta.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for that. You can come along for the ride tonight, folks. Fire up the Peacock. Maybe if you have some other means, do your thing.
Doesn't exist.
Survivor Series 98 needs to be your route of attack. So I'm gonna give everyone a chance to fire that up. In the meantime, a couple of things I want to mention. Number one, because this popped me, Ibou just declared privately to me that New Japan Epics of the 2010s was champagne wrestling.
Yes.
And I thought this was brilliant. And then I went to our YouTube and saw that someone had commented that is they commented the exact same thing without So I want to shout out the third page of Larry Bird, who's a legend for that. I also want to shout out the great Jenny Omega and send big time congratulations from everyone at the Grin. Shout out to Jenny. I hope you're good. Legend. Love Jenny. And finally, Dano has been a member for 2 months, which we appreciate very much, folks. You can become a member too. There's a link below. Dano here with his 2-month message saying Survivor Series 98 was the first Attitude Era show I got my hands on as a kid. My God, what a crash course. I've seen it about a dozen times, and this is my first rewatch in years. Well, hopefully you have fun with us, bro. Hopefully we enhance the experience. We probably won't. We're going to try our best. This is I've got a feeling, and I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I have a feeling this is the perfect Grinalong show.
I think so. Joe, I think so.
Because it's the length is perfect.
It's bad.
Yeah. There's stuff going on at every turn. Okay, now with that in mind, because this show with all of those matches is 2 hours and 44 minutes long, which is incredible.
Should we do if we drank, I would have absolutely done a Boss Man drinking game. Without spoiling the show. Just anytime Boss Man appears on this show, just drink.
Do I need to get alcohol?
You're going to be drunk.
Whatever works, folks. Whatever gets you through the night. Now, I'm going to assume, is everyone on our panel here fired up the Survivor Series?
Yes, I have.
I'm locked in.
No.
Bro's too busy podcasting.
Yeah, right. Let's pull this shit up. No, Peacock, I don't want to watch In Your House too.
Well,
hey,
let's not be hasty.
There might be a sick Jarrett match on that if I look it up. But
by the way, that In Your House podcast announcement today, Ben and Hamflet. Bro.
I'm locked in. I saw that and I said, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
See, Hamflet and Benno are insane enough to say, "Let's cover 1995 WWF. Let's fucking go."
Because they're real men. they're men of honor. That's why.
I've decided now. Joe has content creators. People that go to those zones and eras that people tell you to stay away from, those are the real adults. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a fucking man and watch fucking the Body Donnas. Grow the fuck up.
Every one of those shows, the ultimate conclusion is it wasn't that bad.
Yes. Yeah. You know what it is? Brainbuster, and I feel like you might feel the same. Part of it also is just kind of the vibe of old wrestling shows past me in and of itself. So I can
dude, Raw and I forgot what the actual building is, Manhattan Center. Yes. Raw and the old dude. What a fucking look for a show.
Yes. No LEDs to be found. I'm already at a 5 out of 10.
It always comes back to the LED.
Every single time.
Yes.
All right. Ibou, have you found the Deadly Game program?
I think this is it. 98, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm ready to go.
Now, we've established on LNG Gold a new role for the Great Brainbuster, and it's produced mixed results, but they've all been funny. So with that in mind, we're now going to turn it over to Buster, who is going to be in charge tonight of our countdown. Novi is in charge of timestamps, and Kaden Lee is in charge of audio bleed over. Ibou is here to podcast, and I'll be sipping Pepsi Max throughout the evening, looking at the chat occasionally.
If
Buster,
you guys want semi-relevant, anecdotal 1998 observer notes,
Yeah, you're our expert for the evening. It's fine. So, Buster, when you're ready, count us down, bro. Here we go.
5, 4, 3. 2, 1, go.
I just want everything. Jesus Christ.
I said mixed results. He's finding his way, man. I mean, it's difficult, you know. Look at this, dude.
Is that? Oh my God.
There should be an early warning here in the show from the ad man himself.
Yeah.
There are 13 ads across
Fuck.
this show.
Oh, that's brutal.
They will be placed probably at some convenient locations. They usually are, but we'll work through them as they come, fellas.
Okay. Well, respond to this here at the top of the program. Don't have an out-arse, Joe. Have you softened on the magnum opus label at all in the last 2 years? I have not, but as I said then, it's not that I disagree with the assessment. It's Vince Russo's magnum opus. I resent the idea that Vince Russo has a magnum opus.
There.
You know what it feels like? Russo feels like a guy that just does things, and if it works, it's like by accident. You know, like.
Yeah, I refuse to. We have to be very careful with crediting him tonight. I'm just going to say that now, okay?
Joe, you would know better than me because you're the WCW guy. Did Russo not try to like do this show again in WCW and it didn't work?
He did.
Wasn't it
Have
like
it?
Mayhem or something?
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he did because he did 2 tournaments. He did Mayhem's the one that ends with Benoit and Brett, right?
Yes.
Which is a year after this, almost exactly. And then when him and Bischoff get the book, he does that Pervert Stampede 2000 tournament, doesn't he, with like 18 matches or whatever.
Are we man enough to watch that on here one day?
One day.
Do we have the guts to do this?
It's have to be a big time payday, I feel. Look at the signs.
The
dude.
fucking
Crunch
crunch.
balloon.
Yeah, the
Oh.
crunch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesse Ventura for president sign.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't he win like governor like the next week or something?
A week before, I was just reading it in the Observer.
Oh,
Dave
yeah,
had like
okay.
fucking 90 pages on it for some reason.
What a beast, dude.
He was like, just relax, dude. Like, I just want to know how good Masawa Kawada was. You know,
Oh,
like,
shell, yeah.
what are they at? Ninja Turtles on Ice? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Oh,
This is a very unique moment in the Lawler hair era. I mean, like, just
God. Yeah, Unique's fucking putting it nice.
That is, like,
Arnie
full
Anderson in the
on-
back. Holy shit!
that is full on. It doesn't look like on. You're right. It doesn't look on. That is full on Lego hair on Jerry's head.
It is.
dude.
oh yeah, oh yeah. He's doing the like half mullet thing in the back because it's like curling over there. He doesn't know what to do with it.
It reminds me of Bob O'Neill's hair. Speaking of Bob O'Neill, he's not here tonight, folks. Please like the video in his absence. We're going to forget to do that. He's
Gotta
the
smash
professional. Smash the like button, exactly.
Kane and Taker, folks, they have buys because they've been doing some favors for the corporation.
Wouldn't be the last time.
Mankind was the one guy. Mankind was the guy. Oh my God,
Oh, look at that belt.
Joe, I have to. We may be having a guest right now. 1 second.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. All right. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at
Was
Baba.
Vince Shoot injured? Or is this a work?
It's a kayfabe injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it cut to them there, Bubba was fucking wiping the sleep out of his eyes. Getting ready for the night ahead of him. Okay.
So is
folks,
the show
we
a
have-
tournament, Joe?
It is indeed, yes.
Okay.
It's
That's why there's
Oh.
14 fucking matches on this show.
I genuinely had no clue what was
Deadly
going
game.
on.
Tournament, of course, as Ibou mentioned, Kane and Taker with their buy, but the rest of them at the tournament is playing out just for tonight here.
All right, Joe. Just be mentally ready to add a certain guest here. But So Mankind, folks, he was one of the only characters on the show that was not in the corporation, but was trying to cozy up to Vince McMahon because, like in real life, he was searching for the love of his father, McMahon. He really wanted his approval throughout this entire year, and Vince is basically stringing him along at this point in the storylines. Shane and Vince were having some troubles on the show, and so Mick Foley decided to tell Vince, like, I could be your son. And that's where you get the famous segment where he introduces Mr. Sacco to entertain Vince while he's in the hospital. Here, what the hell? I sent this to the wrong guy. My bad. I mean, the wrong place. Jesus Christ.
Bruce Pritchard's about to roll in here. Well, hold on.
He's like, you know, I booked this opener here. But anyway, the bottom line is, Mick Foley has a surprise opponent in this first round, and the rumors from the hardcores at the time was, oh my God, Shawn Michaels is coming back, or holy fuck, Ric Flair, or something, or maybe Goldberg or something. But
yeah, that does not happen.
no, the fans are chanting HBK here. So they're expecting a big surprise.
I'm expecting a big surprise.
Start chanting, brother.
HBK, HBK, HBK.
Look at Bulldog. Look at Boss Man. Not Bulldog, definitely not. You're Boss Man there.
Could you
Refuse to
imagine?
shake Foley's hand there, by the way.
Could you imagine if we did get a Mind Games rematch in this opener here? That'd be fucking unbelievable.
Probably wouldn't be the right place for it, we're being honest, but you know.
The fans halfway chanting like Austin or something, and it's like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, like, what the fuck?
It's the runtime on this show is funnier because I forgot all this preamble they do.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. They left the Sunday Night Heat banner on this right up there in the background.
Look at Foley.
I love him. He shaved at this time. Looks really creepy.
Quite scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Owens can never do that on TV, dude. It'll be real
Don't
bad.
fucking do dumb.
The closed captioning when Vince said World Wrestling Federation, it said World Wrestling Entertainment.
Well, of course.
Peacock are cowards, you know.
They've gone woke.
Remember Red Ropes, man?
I do indeed, yes.
The woke.
We have
Here he is.
here in a moment. We have chaos backstage, folks. Chaos backstage, the gorilla position.
Who the fuck is this?
We've been joined in the gorilla
This
position.
Gilbert?
We can't
This is
yet hit the
Gilbert.
music.
This is Gilbert.
This is Gilbert.
Slight technical difficulties that appear to be fixed now, as we have a guest here on this very program.
All right, here's the fucking deal. I'm very busy. I'm driving to set because unlike everybody else in AEW, I'm actually a fucking star. I got a movie to film. This week, I got a couple things to say to that white trash, redneck, trailer park bitch, Roderick Strong. Tune in. You'll actually have a reason to fucking watch the show for once.
I got a question for you, sir.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
yeah. How can I help you?
Yeah.
What's
Are
up?
you gonna be in the fucking ring? Or are you gonna sit in that lair where we're supposed to assume you're live? Where it was clearly recorded a fucking month ago, and you just nod indiscriminately at things that are happening.
Let's Ibou. First of all, how dare you? How dare you?
Are you
First of
telling
all,
me
how
that
dare
was
you?
live, Max?
Do you know how hard it is in between?
Shooting a film? Did he lag out?
Great.
Did we lose him?
That's so godly. He definitely drove to like a weird spot in his fucking.
He's in a tunnel.
He's yelling. He's yelling too.
He's probably cutting his best promo right now. You know, like,
Kind of flare promo on us.
yeah, right.
You know?
We can't hear him. Mick Foley just squashed Gilbert. It's like, all right, cool.
Hell of a cover he got on Gilbert. Oh, we did lose him. Oh dear.
Oh no.
He's gone.
Dang, I don't know how Joe's 2 seconds ahead of me. He said hell of a cover, and then right then this dude does a fucking amateur roll up.
I mean, it's probably due to Buster's countdown, I'd presume.
Yeah, right. Where he's
Yeah,
like,
my fault, my bad.
he's like, ready to go. It's like,
Well, the thing is, Joe said they've all been funny. Now I had to like find a bit to do in 5 seconds. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true. That's true.
Jim,
We hope to have MJF back on the program in
Yeah,
the
right.
coming moments.
there's a Goldust cosplayer in the front row.
Oh,
But,
we lost him. We officially lost Maxwell here, folks.
just tell him to come back when he can. How about this stage, guys? With this fucking skull in the fire.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
It's sick.
Beautiful. Hold on.
we're doing our own Russo fucking outlandish programming here this evening.
To answer Robbo's question in the chat, I believe this got a dud. So
Yeah, so but no,
As you
Dave didn't rate it. He didn't rate it. But
You shouldn't. Yeah, it's an angle.
yeah. But what I was gonna say is, it's so funny when Jim Ross gets mad at creative, you just hear it in his voice, and he was just kind of like, "Here's Dwayne Gill," and he's just like, "It's Sable."
It sure is.
You know what's funny, Joe? So I never liked Sable, and yet she has 2 matches on pay-per-view in '98 that I think are both very good. It was her and who was she with? The Mania 14 tag. It was her and was it Goldust versus Luna Vachon and Mark Mero? That's good. That match is actively good, and it's built around her doing wrestling spots that like the crowd is like mind blown about. And then she has another one at SummerSlam '98 that's quite good. So that's 2 entire matches that I think are actively good from a wrestler I do not like.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. There's some wrestlers that would kill for that kind of catalog, dude. It's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying, you know? Like,
Folks,
the big man is here.
the big man is here, Double J.
Joe, did you see the Dave screenshot I posted of Jarrett? Oh no, I forgot to post it. I think I can't remember. Did you see it?
The Jarrett one. I saw the one where he was like, Jarrett's value's never been lower. I saw that one. Laughed out loud because obviously, to be fair to Dave, he would eventually. I mean, if Russo doesn't jump, then it would change Jeff's career, right?
Correct.
Like, he wouldn't.
Yes.
I got my first ad.
Yeah, it just ended for me.
Yeah.
same.
So you got to skip ahead to 60. Joe, you should probably call out something, and then we'll get to that, and you can unpause because I feel like
Call
that's
out.
the easiest way.
It's out on the show, or just generally.
Just
I
generally,
think-
yeah.
Right now, for
Just
me, Al
scratch
Snow
my
is coming
chest.
out.
Yeah,
I think
Al
Jarrett.
Snow's. I'll tell everyone when Al Snow gets in the ring. All right.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
What's the deal with the
Head?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the
okay.
head.
So he forged this gimmick in ECW. He was a schizo who had an imaginary friend that he spoke to called Head, and he would come out to the ring and he'd be like, "Does everybody want Head?" And everyone's like, "Yeah."
He has
let's
entered
get
the ring.
Head."
He has entered
Okay,
the ring.
just got it.
He has entered the ring.
He's in
as-
now.
As someone has entered the StreamYard, we've yet to. Here he is.
Before I was so rudely interrupted by your dog shit stream and Wi-Fi, what I was saying was, in between me filming what is sure to be one of the most viewed movies of all time in cinema, I go to, in my car, in my beautiful green Porsche, I might add, it's electric. I drive to one of my palatial estates on the island, and then I watch via satellite. So you people have something to fucking look forward to every week, and you're accusing me that that's not the case?
So you mean to tell
Who
me,
is
Max?
he? Ibou.
I'm right here.
No. I'm talking now, sir. Excuse me.
This is
Excuse me.
well, it's not my podcast, but it's I'm a
Excuse me.
Hey, hold on a second.
Ibou. I've made my point. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Fuck you.
Cooked you.
Shut that fraud down.
Max's lair reactions are obviously pre-taped, and if I see another one this week, I'm gonna.
I don't know, man. I think you should hear him out on that. He made 2 points.
How long do you think it took him to film the one where he was just laughing?
Well, I don't agree with him on Roddy Strong,
takes.
but other than that, he seems pretty on the money for me. Oh, Jeff Jarrett's punch! Oh, Jesus!
They look good. They
at
look
Oh.
good. They look good.
Oh,
They're not
baby.
like any other wrestlers. I mean, I'm sure like somebody, but like a lot of wrestlers have different types of punches. You know what I mean? So
He kind of throws like uppercuts, doesn't he? It's weird.
yeah, I like them.
This is good. I'm at 3.5 right now.
Jarrett rocks.
Folks,
Al-
tune in to AEW Dynamite this week, I guess.
I was gonna say regarding
Say
Al
something.
Snow, I never got a read on the fucker. He's one of those dudes that like I think he thinks he's like one of those like workhorse type guys. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I think in his brain, right? He sees himself in that
Oh
like
my god.
that's a hell of a bump.
Jesus.
some more patented Jarrett punches.
This is just good pro wrestling, to be
He's
honest.
got about
It's
2
just-
inches shorter, bro.
Joe, it's just adults, just like just doing some adult shit.
Solid pros.
Yeah.
We have a new member. Shout out to Meech, LNG legend, who followed up with "LOL, I'm so old that I thought I was a member this whole fucking time."
The
Oh my
Meech's
God,
bio
look
on
at
Blue
this.
Sky is "Don't fucking call me old." What am I supposed
Yeah.
to do now? He
Oh,
calls me-
baby.
That's fine.
Innovative chain wrestling.
Look at this. You know?
My God.
I thought they were in Philadelphia, Joe.
Shout out to Meech. Also, LOL what becoming. Anyway, back to the show here as Double J shoots him off. Oh, look at that counter. Oh,
All right,
This-
good bump from Jarrett.
this is collision.
Ooh.
If this was Arlington, Joe, they'd be chanting "Fight Forever" at this point. you
Like
know?
forever, yeah. It would cut to Max in the lair.
Both of these guys. Deborah was a lovely lady.
Both these guys' chants make me want to like
I hate
blow
it.
up whatever arena it's in.
You guys
I'm
remember when
serious.
Adam Cole and Adam Page wrestled and everyone said, "Let's go, Adam"?
I was there. Yeah, it rolled.
Did you chant it?
Yes.
I once strongly declared in the space in 2021. I once declared in the space in 2021 that if the fans chant both these guys, you have failed as a promotion for your promoting of the match.
I kind of agree, to be honest.
DPW is done.
Well, to be fair to DPW, before he even does the bit,
I'm not gonna do the bit.
that kind of promotion, like God bless, like an indie spot, but like if you're, on TV and you have time to like theoretically get people over as personalities, then I should probably care who wins.
I'll give DPW credit for this. They have an awesome looking ring.
They do, and they
All
do a
black
better,
mat, orange ropes.
they do a better job of getting personalities over than most of the indies. So
I gotta say, I usually don't like belt shot finishes, not because of like the idea of it, but because they always look like they don't hurt that much. But for whatever reason, the way Snow threw that head at Jeff Jarrett pause was it did look like it hurt. Maybe it was Jarrett's bump. I don't know. It just looked good there. But
Well, you see, but that's Al Snow, one of the greatest minds in the history of the business, according to
absolutely,
wrestlers, or the Netflix documentary.
it was a tidy and professional 4 minutes there, Joe.
I went 3.5.
Yeah.
Let's see what Dave won. God,
I'm gonna say 2 3/4.
Dave went dud on that match.
he did.
Yeah. It was not a dud. It was not a dud.
He's so fucking beast.
What did he want to do? Brainbusters or something?
Dave's like, sorry, saw Hayabusa last night. I just
True.
I got fucking.
Yeah.
It just
God damn, 75-second ad, bro.
oh, it's brutal. I
I'm
just
about
saw
to-
Deborah walking
Nasty.
away.
Dude, what is the house on this
Bro,
show?
I got a
This place is-
90-second ad.
I have a 75
Joe,
second
Joe,
ad.
there's like around 22,000 people
Oh my god, 22,000.
22,000 people.
inside a basketball arena. Yeah,
Brothers, you guys are in an ad, I know. Ibou, you're not, right?
yeah, it's gorgeous. This visual is beautiful.
They just took a wide shot of the building, and it is genuinely one of the craziest looking. I mean, I've seen the show before, but I just forgot it looked like that. Like,
Yeah,
God.
dude. Even like that whole stage area where there would be no people, there are all the people there. And
Wow.
right now, we see the fucking big man walking in the building, folks.
Yes.
We see the motherfucking big man walking in the building. Big Bubba, the boss, big boss man, Ray Trailer.
Remember when you compared Evil to Big Boss Man?
Did I do that? I'm sorry.
Yes, you did do that.
I'm sorry. For context, folks, Big Boss Man, who was in the WWF before, he was in WCW. He just defected back over to this side because they're winning in '98. And he was quickly introduced as an enforcer for Vince McMahon in the corporation. And they did that WWF thing that Vince does where, like, oh, my God. Look at that pop.
Brother.
Did we get resynced back with the ad guys? Or
So Stone Cold is now walking to the ring for me.
yeah,
This name
Austin
plate
walking
came
up.
up.
Ending.
You got 10 more seconds.
Okay.
Ibou, shout when. Oh, never mind. They're brawling.
seeing
This match is a fast start, so it's going to be hard
Yeah,
to
I
think.
forgot. Yeah.
God damn it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Austin sparring right hands.
Oh, let's fucking go.
All right, I'm seeing
No.
some shit go down.
Confirmed Shoot always loves this as like a stat. Boss Man is 36 years old here, which today would make him like one of the youngest guys in the World Wrestling Federation.
And Joe, you could tell by just looking at him, he's had a hard life on the
Yes.
road for a decade.
And the hardcore fans, like the early internet fans, could not believe they brought back Boss Man. You know, like it was like really Boss Man.
This
Yeah.
old guy, yeah. He was so on screen in kayfabe. He was basically tasked with handling Austin and like wearing him down to make sure that he doesn't get far in this tournament. The WWF title is vacant, and the corporation's main goal here is to just ensure that Austin doesn't walk away with this belt. And so this guy's a hitman.
Why is the belt vacant?
There was a lot going on. Basically, some shit happened with like Kane and Taker, and God, there's so much. But the loose outline is Austin lost it. There was something that happened with Kane and Taker, and it was just in dispute, and Vince just threw it up in a tournament. Something like that.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that works. It works enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
The best
Triple H
timestamp I can give you is 1956, 57, 58, 59, 20.
This is the third match.
Yeah.
Already fucked. Triple H unfortunately isn't in this tournament. He's in it, but like he was disqualified because of injury.
Hell yeah.
I'm very close to paying for the Peacock upgrade.
Dude, I mean, dude, listen, man. Like,
how much more expensive is the Peacock upgrade from the original?
$5 or $6? I don't know.
Think my mom would be mad?
You know what? Let me check.
Just slip it. Just slip
Wow.
it $10
Wait, is Kaden checking with your mom?
I was about to say. Kaden said, "Let me check."
I'm looking to see how much it is.
Steve's firing up.
Oh boy, the gut
Need
punches.
help?
Oh, these punches, dude.
Big Bubba. Look at him. Trying his best, and he's giving it all he's got.
Look at Austin just fucking this dude up, dude.
Bubba's like, it's difficult. He's whatever energy Bubba has by 98 is on display here. He's trying, dude. Look.
He fucking rocks.
The way he
Hell
hits
yeah.
the ups always pops me.
Novi, it's $6.
Just sideways.
Yeah.
It's not telling me that there's a plan. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm
Whatever.
not even doing a bit. I shoot love Big Boss Man. Like, I think he's.
Oh, you know I love Bubba. I just by this point, obviously, he's more of a character. Like when he's
he's
in
fucked.
the early 90s, he's like spectacular, dude. Like,
Genuinely like an awesome big man. Yeah.
yeah, when you watch his matches in All Japan, I know that's a cliche,
Mm.
but it does show you like what he was capable of when you see him in those tags in All Japan in like '93. It's like holy shit.
It is funny, Joe, because that is a cliche. Like you gotta see him. You gotta see what he does in Japan, bro. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. I hate that stuff, but
Yeah,
it's,
but
just-
it's
it's a
true.
good example of like he worked to his setting, right? Which is what you're actually supposed to do.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Look at these corner punches, bro.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Let's fucking go.
The Bills beat the Chiefs. The pesky Panthers couldn't shut them down next week.
Did
Let's
anyone else's
fucking go,
Peacock
dude.
censor Austin's middle fingers?
Yeah, they did. It kind of.
Yes.
I was pretty pissed
Oh.
off. I didn't want to say anything about it.
That was very woke.
Yeah.
Oh, that piece of shit.
Oh, folks, we got a problem with Steve Austin here.
Oh. His ribs.
Oh no!
His ribs.
This is
Oh,
unbelievable.
fuck! Oh,
Shit, man.
They're trying to fuck on him.
They're
Damn
trying
it.
to fuck on him.
Hopefully,
What's
the
he gonna do in the
just gave
second
him
round?
already.
Is no one going to come out and help? Come on.
Where's the Rock?
Bullshit. And he's got to face Mankind next too.
I just did. I'm sorry if I seem
He's just
distracted, but I just did a very good tweet. I feel.
What did you say?
I said, while we do not endorse at the MJF's dismissal of the great Roderick Strong, we thank him for appearing on the Late Night Grin 135 and implore you to tune in live to this week's AEW Dynamite #ad with the Big Boom AJ graphic attack.
That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good.
Oh, shit.
Joe, I think Steve's fucked, man. He has to have some internal bleeding at this point from this nightstick attack. And
He ain't gonna be able to continue. Dude. I know you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that right now, but that's the truth. He ain't gonna be able to continue.
who's gonna win this fucking tournament?
I guess we've got to turn to Rocky at that point, right? Rocky's out. I mean, he ain't Austin, but he's a hero, dude.
That's the thing. It's like your big hopes are gonna be the Rock or Austin to take a stand against the corporation here. This
Yeah.
is bullshit. And he keeps going.
Maybe
The
Lawler
fuck?
can get in there, dude. He's got his gear on, you know.
Jerry should fucking stop this.
Yeah, he should do something.
See, here's the thing, guys. Think about Austin. This isn't going to let him, like, it's not going to stop him. He's just that guy. He's too powerful.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe.
I don't know. Has to, I
This
guess.
is a good point. This is a good point. Fine with Steve being out, opens up the door for a Regal win, which is a great point, to be fair.
But what's Regal? I guess we gotta look at the bracket over again and maybe do some fantasy booking here. Oh, we got Michael Cole.
How
He's
about,
gonna.
how about Big Ken Shamrock?
Look at Sarge. Dude, Sarge looks actually big. He looks like a twit. He's like a doll, a human doll.
He
Look
looks
at
like
it.
he looks like a cartoon character, like a Pixar character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God. There we go.
The boss
Some
says Austin.
bracketology on the screen.
So it's either Regal or Pac against Austin next. Okay, that's interesting. Mankind and Snow. Mankind has that. That's easy.
Mankind's, yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Shamrock's gonna beat Goldust. Shamrock and Rock maybe in round 2.
Dude, maybe X-Pac. Maybe it's his night.
That's spin kick.
Meech said, we did a poll for this Survivor Series. 2 people got wildly mad. They got the big boss man.
Joe, how much cooler would this year's upcoming Survivor Series be if it was if it was a one-night 14-man tournament with short matches? that went 2.5 hours.
What would be the sickest 4-minute? Sheamus would have an absolute banger, dude. I usually don't encourage him, but if it's 4 minutes long, I'll allow
Go
it.
for it, right? Just do your closing stretch.
Yeah.
If it's a 14-man bracket, Dragon Lee's in that bitch. He's gonna fucking,
Yeah.
Nah, bro, he's working Wednesdays now.
Do you remember this one? Jake's beat me to the punch. The 2015 tournament where it's for the vacant draft, like Del Rio's in it.
I know its existence. I didn't watch it. I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
I think Del Rio's. No.
No. Roman won that tournament, I think.
What's the one with Del Rio in it? Tournament. Or is that when he come up?
I think he returns or some shit around that time.
What does Del Rio? I mean, loaded question. I'll stop.
Yeah, right.
X-Pac is here.
What do we think about this remix song that goes, "Who's gonna kick your ass, degeneration? Who's gonna kick your ass?"
Well, I think they are just generally great big fucking losers, to be honest with you. So I resent them entirely. Look at this thing.
I don't know if I ever said this to you, Joe. I feel like I might have been like an old Grinalong or something. When I was like 11, I thought X-Pac was like incredible.
Look at Regal. I'm sorry, but look at Regal coming here. Dude, X-Pac was very, very sick, to be fair. He was awesome. Steven Regal, my God.
He was like, I'm not
Rio,
joking.
He was in the tournament. He lost to Roman in the semi. Okay.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Regal, like, I'm not even kidding here. Like, I'm pretty sure like he just got off a coke binge and he's like walking in the ring.
Yeah.
Like he was like just like stoned out of his fucking mind.
And then doesn't he? Because he relapses and then he gets his job back from the Benoit match, right? From the Pillman show. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, so he gets fired from the WWF shortly after this pay-per-view.
Yeah, he's in a really bad. And then he does another WCW run where he's on like Saturday night predominantly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets himself together. He has the famous Benoit match at the Pillman show. And the WWF, obviously, because Benoit's the WWF talent, they see it, they bring him in.
Yes.
And then
Oh my God, these palm strikes.
He works there for what, 20 years, 21 years? Like
it's a really good run.
This is an infamous match, right? So
Novi, can you timestamp?
Currently, I tried to sync up just now. It's at 27:36, 37.
Did
38,
anybody see his
39.
palm strikes in that headline?
I did. They were fantastic.
They were
Very
gorgeous.
Goodness, that bump into the fucking corner too.
Oh hell yeah! I'm ahead of you guys, but like, all right, I'm at 27:45, 46, 47.
We're at about the same spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all within like 5 seconds.
I have to adjust along the way because like the network is different. It's very frustrating.
Got you. Well,
The
X-Pac
written
did a really cool sliding leg drop there.
Oh, I saw
Yeah,
that.
we're
Get a second.
synced. We're synced.
Those are sick. People don't really do that.
This Regal gear is like if I was a Smart fan at the time, I'd be so mad at what they've done to
Oh
Lord
yeah.
Steven.
yeah.
I need to know, Kale, what did you think of the finale scene for Venom? Just don't spoil it, but just say like if you thought it was
Venom free.
He was saying it was good on the timeline. I'm curious why.
I
Jesus.
didn't think it was good. I actually had a good time with it. So
Now,
It's fine.
I'm
I thought the
stunned
finale fucking ruled.
as the one action. I don't actually bust a med with me as the action figure guys here. I am stunned Mattel have never made Real Man's Man Regal. I know he only did it for like
Never?
4 weeks, but they do that for a ton of gimmicks that lasted 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's
dude. Like,
crazy.
Mhm.
It's especially considering this is one that's like been memed like a lot in the last
Yeah,
decade.
Bro, they made WCW AJ Styles.
they're making Golga. You know, when
Yeah.
Tanner comes back for he's a builder figure, to be fair, but still.
I was gonna say, Joe, when I was doing some observer research, Dave's comments on Regal were basically like, he's a very good worker, but with this gimmick, he's fucked, and this won't last long.
Yeah. Well, he was right about that. I will say Dave had an interesting time.
The struggle here.
That was cool, yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Dave had an interesting time with Regal's matches, like even in his prime, because remember he like really resented that Regal didn't change his style much in WCW. Like he would wrestle matches to kind of in different crowds, and that's one thing Dave was been semi-consistent on. Is like the crowd is the most important thing to Dave, right? Like he's like maths. Like if the crowd responds, it's good. Like which I mean.
You'll see a 93 Regal match that Dave gives like 2 3/4 to, and he'll say like, this has worked very Japan style, but this audience didn't get it, and it didn't have any heat, like that type of thing.
The famous one is the Arn Anderson match.
Yeah, that he hated.
Which he gave like half a star, I think.
And it's totally fine. The match, it's long, but it's totally fine.
It's long. I like the match. It is really long though,
yeah.
Joe, you told me about Meltzer like not liking Regal's work in the 90s. From a tweet that I made, because Regal wrestled Steamboat at Fall Brawl 93.
Yeah, he hates that match too.
He got like a star and a half.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like
I like that match a lot.
My favorite thing when I go through Cage Match is seeing a 90s Dave rating that's like really low, and it'll say like match guide like 6.7, and it'll say like Dave like 1 star, and you're like, what? Yeah.
See, I remember these two like actively clashing more.
No, they had a totally fine pros like whatever like match, yeah.
But there is some folklore about this being like a clash, isn't there? Am I tripping?
There is. Well, because it has that lore partially because Regal got fired, and so like internally the company thought he was cooked.
The best example of Regal actually clashing with someone is when he works Raven on the Invasion Pape. And they have
that sounds insane,
dude. That match is like for two guys who had been around for a long time. That match is like a catastrophe. Like, it's mad.
I've never seen that, but that sounds insane.
It's not good.
Headphones came out.
You're right. The Goldberg would be the actual famous one, but I mean, you know, Goldberg. That to me, that match is honestly pretty sick. It's just
I was gonna say my favorite thing about that match is it has a reputation. And like some of the like Twitter type people rewatching, they're like, dude, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's very different for the time, right? It's an interesting match to watch.
X-Pac was very in the early 90s. He was very innovative on the independent scene, working guys like Jerry Lynn. And the reason, in my opinion, why he got lapped by some guys a couple years later was twofold. Number one was I think his development got stunted because he couldn't continually were great guys and wasn't positioned to have great matches, but also I think the guys who came to the States a couple years after him, like they did the athletic stuff, but their work also was just like tighter and the strikes were better.
Yeah, and he'd also loosened up by that point, right? Like
when X-Pac is hitting the ropes and doing drop downs and drop kicks, it's really nice. When he does like the short range, like kind of like punch strikes and kicks and stuff, it's very just like play fighting, you know.
He this is one of those matches that like because I have the sound really, really low.
Oh.
It's like better, I think. Because I think the reason people like dog this match is because the crowd obviously of course they don't care. Like duh.
These people are here to see Steve Austin win the WWF championship.
Right, and they're definitely not here to see real man's man Steve Regal, but the work is actually like pretty good. Anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. Joe, the thing is, Joe, they did do a big Regal sucks chant at the start of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Regal's response to this was to do a weird dance for 2 seconds.
He does that little shimmy thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, he's a weird guy, man. Said everyone in All Elite Wrestling for about 6 months. Even if people don't like him would agree. I think he'd agree with that, to be fair. Yeah, his track record speaks for itself, dude. That guy is.
I wonder what he's saying in X-Pac here at this point. Is he doing the Brett I'm Fooked? You know, like is he?
I don't know. He strikes me as a proud guy that would never concede that.
Oh, that he's just like he's super cooked.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We are currently at 33, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
because the
we're in sync.
guys, there's a lot of vibe talk here anyway, so don't worry too much.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you want to sync, Novi's on the case. As always, we had Maxwell Jacob Friedman stop by earlier.
X-Pac, the crowd is getting into this because X-Pac
they love this. Yeah.
one of the strangest moves I've ever seen. I've always found this move just extremely odd. People really like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it hurts that
sometimes they
bad.
like it. When he was a heel, when he did it in WCW, they were trying to slur, but that was a different time.
God. Now that vertical suplex was lovely that he followed up.
This
with.
match is good.
It's totally fine. It's totally
look
fine.
at him hit the ropes.
It actually is pretty good.
That bump on the top rope was fabulous.
Yeah,
What a
that was
great bump.
wild.
That was
They're
sick.
pros, man. They're pros.
It's actually cool too, like because he seems like one of the likable folks in wrestling now. Like Waltman's work gets to like actually get better with time because people are like, I like X-Pac, you know?
Oh my god, is he gonna do this here?
Oh, Jesus!
Jesus Christ!
Good lord.
God.
No!
Oh no!
Damn.
I was having fun with that.
Why did they
Run
call
it
it?
back. They got to run it back on Raw, bro.
If they did, if Regal was sober and they ran, you know what? They probably did do that in 2000. I'll look around for that. They probably did have a match in like 2000 Raw.
There are some lost Regal. Like he hardly worked with Eddie at all in the WWF, and that drives me nuts, dude. If Regal worked with Eddie in like 04, oh my god.
Oh
That
yeah.
would have been the sweetest 6-minute TV match ever.
All right, hold on. Vince McMahon just ordered for one of his stooges to come out and order for this match to continue.
Okay. These shots of
I hope it's Briscoe, so I don't have to say shout out Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Slaughter.
You don't
So
have
hell
to say that
shout out
other way,
Slaughter to
but-
Slaughter.
Hell yeah, Stolen Valor.
Yeah,
So,
right. He's talking
dude,
to
that
Vince.
was. I couldn't quite place it earlier. You're spot on. Pixar character. That's exactly it.
Yes.
Straight out of Soul.
Yeah. It's the hairs on the top of the head, like three.
5 minutes Southern Death overtime. The crowd reacts like we didn't really ask for that, but okay.
Don't have an ad says question. What is the best pay-per-view of WWF's 1998 from an in-ring standpoint?
Mania 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a good call. Charles, who says Regal and Austin have a fun little mini feud in December 2000. They absolutely do.
2000
Close
fucking
friends.
rules.
And they kick the shit out of each other.
Yes. Yes.
Tremendous stuff. Folks, if you're enjoying this thus far, please like the video or smash the like button, as Bob would say if he was here right now. And okay, so what's happening here?
This is ordered to continue, and it appears. I think. Oh my god! I was just watching a review of this, and I think there was a miscommunication or something. Let me put my headphone back on.
Looks like Sean doesn't know, bro.
Yeah.
He just left.
Dude, Regal just jumped.
Oh, it's unfortunate running there.
Yo, guys, listen. I don't want to spoil. There's one finish that's super botched, and I'm going to preview it by just saying, "Boss Man fucks up royally." And
Yes, he does.
oh, you know what I'm talking about, Joe?
Famous story, yes. So Regal was, I mean, this is covering some ground here, but that run is the most British Regal has ever looked. He looked like a man who'd never run but had seen other people do it and wanted to try it.
Oh my god!
Look at this house, dude.
It is.
So they called for the overtime. He didn't do the overtime, so they're like, all right, original finish. Here's
They
what
were
it is.
fine. Fuck it, dude. Like,
So now Austin gets a bye. He gets some time.
oh, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
What time
Incredibly
to get some ice on it?
anabolic imagery on our screen here. Thanks.
Look at this guy, Joe.
Currently in an ad.
No,
Additionally,
you guys are missing a sick walk.
bro, that's the most annoying part about the ads. We miss all the cool walkouts every time.
Oh, they're so good.
You'll live to watch the wrestling, which is usually
Yeah. Shamrock's pectoral muscles are taking up a quarter of my screen.
Yes. He's fucking beast.
I think it's Emma Watson doing this Prada ad though, so shout out to her.
I spent the money.
Yeah, dude, missing the walkouts in the fucking skull stage is like you might as well
Just
chalk this-
reimburse it. Just upgrade and DM Bob.
Yeah. The
They
natural
wouldn't let me upgrade. I tried.
Just, without any hint of humor, just DM Bob. Hey, bro, just upgrade the peacocks. You know, whenever you're ready. Just see, Bob will probably be like, yeah, sure.
I was glad for this rewatch show in the sense that like certain matches just kind of have like a reputation that you accept, and then like we watched X-Pac Regal, which was like historically seen as a disaster, and the finish was, but the wrestling was totally fine. Like when you went back on that,
Yeah, the finish was
crazy.
bad enough that it like kind of ruined everything, but you know, the work was fine.
Okay,
It
did
wasn't
you
even-
upload to, or did you upgrade to Peacock Premium?
Yes.
I can't
That's what I
find the word to
fucking
upgrade.
have. What the fuck?
And you still have ads?
Yes, I'm gonna blow up the world.
That doesn't make
I-
sense. Weird.
I don't know what Ken Shamrock versus Goldust looks like, but I'm ready to find out.
Probably looks like hell, to be honest here, but I'm right there with you.
The
No,
thing
I
is,
don't-
though, he's definitely gonna try his weird Hurricane Rana that he did at this time.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock,
Shades-
that is.
Shades of Tracy Jane.
Oh, apparently it's Peacock Premium Plus.
That's awful naming, dude. Good
Yeah,
God.
what the fuck are we doing, man?
Oh my
I
God,
can't
Ken's in.
find it at
Dude,
all.
Ken Shamrock's in shooter stance. Did you see his
Yes,
setup there?
yes. My favorite thing about Ken Shamrock is like when he first came to WWE.
Oh shit.
Oh, look at that jumping kick!
Kind of a kick, kind of just like a Taguchi spot. But it's kind of just for his
Yeah.
arse in his face. It's
Good
crazy.
body
You-
slam. The funny-
Could someone give me a timestamp? It just kicked me out. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm 40-37, 40-38, 40-39, 40-40. Here's a story, Joe. So like when he came into the WWF, he just did that kind of like work, shoot, fight type of style that he would do in Japan in like Pancrase. And they felt like he should kind of adjust it to make it easy to work with like the American style guys, you know? And so he did some like training on his own, and what he came up with is just like lockups and ranas, which is just so funny. He's just like, all right, I'll do a rana now.
They did a really good job of like giving him a shtick that was just natural too. Like, you know, the
To
like
make it
almost,
style make sense, yeah.
yeah, like the over the top, almost like the theatrical rage and stuff. But it suited Ken because he looks like that, right? Like,
I've suggested to WWF Creative literally this year that Braun Breaker should do the Ken Shamrock yelling.
yeah, Braun's interesting because he shows like potential as like an actual promo guy. So he's an interesting one. He's a case of what gets him over best today might not be best for him tomorrow. So you have to figure that out.
Yeah,
How long was Dustin wearing this Goldust gear? This specific kind?
I'm not.
Oh, dude. Like, you just mean the bodysuit or like this specific?
This specific suit, because it currently on my screen looks like he's freeballing it, and I'm quite concerned about it.
Oh, yeah, no. He did that shit for like, that particular element was the case always, dude.
Very disturbing. I don't like it at all.
Scraps, bro. What do you want?
Bro, he's a
Joe,
camel
what we were
toe.
talking about the other
Yeah, we're talking about in wrestling.
Camel
Sometimes
toe.
in wrestling, you show dick, bro. I mean, it's what it is. Like,
Bro, it keeps riding up in his ass, and so it's like,
Ken just fucking elbowed him directly in the fucking face.
Wrestling died when dudes stopped having their cock face in the world, you know? Like,
True.
bro, Trick was doing it the other day. It's still good. Grow up.
it's still good. Is crazy.
Yeah, remember when Finn Balor would just like get on the apron and just be like, yeah, man.
He used to take
Trust me,
some
bro. I
wild
remember.
camera shots. Dude.
Yes.
That was.
Yes. I'll never forget my group chat. It was the Raw after the 2016 draft where Finn Balor debuts and wins that 4-way, and then in the main event he faces Roman. And we were all like Finn marks, right? And so we're just popping for everything. We're like, the entrance, the pose, and one of my friends writes, his cock.
I was about to ask, are we talking about Finn Balor's cock right now?
Hilariously, yes. Anyway,
Ken Shamrock has a hold applied here.
he's put a hold on, and Goldust is working with the people. They're not really reacting from what I can see visually. They might be making sound though. I don't know, but
Every show that we've watched on this channel, I feel like Dustin Rhodes has been working to the people. It's kind of
He's a-
how
he's a
many times he
wrestler.
appears. It's so
he's an
beast.
adult professional wrestler.
His tweet last night.
He's really trying to will them on. You do
You
hear
still like
sound,
me?
Joe?
You still like me, guys?
What's happening?
Who said that?
Dustin.
Oh,
Do you guys want to still see me perform by chance?
oh, his recent tweet. Yeah, that was very uwu. It was a very uwu ass tweet. Yeah.
Oh, you pieces of shit. Fuck. Let's burying Dustin Rhodes on the late night grid. I've already had Max bury Roderick Strong. At least he popped a quarter hour. What the fuck happened to this place? Buster, step in on these two fellas, yeah?
Sorry, I was thinking about a funny memory I had on WWE
about
13.
Dustin Rhodes'
about-
dick or something.
No, it's about Ken Shamrock.
$10 dick, actually.
On WWE 13, I had no idea who Ken Shamrock was. Again, I was 12, so
Yeah.
I thought Ken Shamrock looked really cool, and I liked using him, but I didn't like his finisher because it was an ankle lock, and I thought that was boring. So I went and changed it to a 450 splash.
The funny thing is, if this very version of Ken Shamrock wrestled in 2014, he would have absolutely tried to pop the libs with that move.
Hell yeah.
Like 100%, he would have tried it. He wanted to do a tope con hilo at this time, and they told him
should've let
no. They should have
That's
let
fucked
him.
up.
This match is
Oh,
okay
look at
too.
that push off. That was
No,
sick.
these guys are pros. You know,
No, that was push off.
This match is kind of awesome, not gonna lie.
Ken Shamrock rocks. Are we gonna get a power bomb?
Bro, what was Dustin cooking there, dude?
He wanted to power bomb him, I think.
He just went up for a power bomb.
He was gonna power bomb him.
Was Dustin a power bomb guy at this time?
Dustin Rhodes sit out power bomb. Like, okay.
Remember when the big LG did one of those at Takeover and everyone lost their shit in our like 4-person orbit? Oh, it's so
Yes.
beast.
I want to rewatch that match. That might be one of like the 7 best Good Brothers matches ever.
We should do a Grinalong just for that. It'd be beast.
Yeah, just for that match. Joe, in one of our specials, we'll just watch that.
Yeah, Gallows and Anderson revisited.
Folks, it's time for a trademark Dustin Rhodes spot here.
we do a special called One Night at the Apex.
Yeah. Look at this referee being a liberal. Let him hit him in the balls. Grow up. Grow the fuck up, dude. Oh my God. It's the Rana. He did it.
He did it.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he almost killed himself, but he got it.
He
Yeah.
did his
Let's
shitty.
go.
Oh my God. And the belly to. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit.
The standing belly to belly always pops me. Like, he just drops him, just dumps
It's
him.
just manly.
Yeah.
Look at the intensity of the ankle lock.
Do we like the gloves?
They're
For
funny.
Ken, yes.
For him,
I
yes,
kind
'cause
of
he's a
like it
shooter.
as for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
You have to remember that at this time, being an Ultimate Fighter was like very novel. You know, like,
Yeah.
It was, you know, he had a serious. I mean, this run helps him in that front too, because when he goes back and does the Tito fights, he's famous from wrestling too. He was a really big deal, man.
Joe, so novel that like no one had the same name for what UFC was or what MMA even was.
Yeah.
It was like Ken Shamrock, he's a fighter, or Ken Shamrock from the Ultimate Fight. Ken Shamrock, the
That
mixed
was,
fighting martial arts. It's like, okay.
Cornette's big idea. Like, remember, this is like 1998 WWF, and he's like 7 Shamrock pay-per-view. You imagine Russo being like, "Yeah, man, okay, sure."
Wait, who in Shamrock?
He wanted to do Dan Severn and Shamrock in the WWF as like a big year-long like build. Cornette did because
He's cooked.
yeah, of course. I mean, you would co-sign, but it's like when he talks about Dr. Death and he's like, they
Yeah.
cost millions. Imagine Dr. Death and Steve was like, brother, have you watched the show that this was happening on at the time? It was
Joe,
like-
business is picked up.
It was a different time. Uh-oh.
Oh
Do
my
you-
God. It's my favorite.
Do you smell what he's cooking, Joe?
Oh my God, the fan in the crowd. Oh my God.
We smell what the Rock is cooking.
This guy's my
Oh
idol.
my God.
This guy's my
dude.
fucking idol, okay? I look
The
up to him.
fan or mine?
No, The Rock. He's my idol.
Oh, yeah, I
Um,
know. You've told me this before. You told me this
Fuck
off
John
the
Cena.
I need to tell my personal Dwayne Johnson story.
Go for
Well,
Oh
it.
yeah, you drink with him at a bar or something?
So
You
I've
fucking moron.
I've never met Dwayne, but my dad has.
Okay, fair.
My dad got on a plane and he goes to his seat, and in the seat next to his, in first class, is Dwayne Johnson.
What year is this?
2014.
Wow.
Wow. So he's
It was
like full
brutal.
Dwayne. He's
The
full
reason-
Dwayne at this
The
point.
reason why Dwayne was on in, a commercial airliner was it was coming back from Brazil, and you can't fly private. There's like certain rules where you like can't, it's harder to fly private to Brazil.
Wow. I bet he tested that too. I bet he explored many avenues.
Yeah,
to
he definitely was like,
make
this
sure.
is some fucking bullshit. Like,
Yeah, this was like an American Airlines plane, normal ass plane. I have the picture somewhere in my phone.
What
10-year-old backup Hangman thought this was the greatest song of all time.
Bro, not only does this
Real.
just sound like knockoff Rage Against the Machine, the fucking vocalist is knockoff Zach De La Rocha. What the fuck is happening?
Okay,
That's amazing. This song
That's
is
fine.
amazing.
The song is one thing. The presentation is like an incredible piece of business.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't like these fellas, but
Uh-huh.
you know,
These old fucks doing the suck it.
Hunter's hurt. Like,
Yes.
for real, yeah.
it's. I mean, look, it is what it is. But I mean, these two fellas are. This shtick was very funny.
Yeah, oh no! Listen, yeah, the the Stooge thing where
Yeah.
it was Joe. What worked about it, it's just the absurdity of these two old fucks, right? Who are like Vince's backup, and like they kept being put in positions to just be like silly, you know.
Fucking JBL doing the vote for Briscoe gimmick.
I was like,
He's like 55 years old.
who would be AEW Patterson and Briscoe?
Oh, there's loads of them, dude. He gave like 25 of them.
Like,
Billy Gunn.
Somebody has a sign in the crowd that says ICP you can suck it. What's the lore behind that? Is it
Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, no, I know that, but like
Sorry.
just
They're in the Graps orbit by this point, right?
yeah. Okay.
This is when they've done isn't this the point where they've done those tapes where they like do alternate commentary on Graps or something, I think? Maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or they could just straight be in WCW, I can't remember. I don't know.
This is
yeah.
for Novi and Kaden. If it hasn't already been obvious, one of the big things about this show is like it's a whole show-long storyline, and there's like a bit of a mystery that unfolds over the course of the show. And once the show ends, like a lot of results that you see like make complete sense. Like once you see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen like the Whodunits? Like,
Yeah.
you ever seen like the
seen that
Hanging
show.
with Holbert Halloween special, Caden, for example?
The
Yeah.
funny thing is, I have not seen that show.
Of course not.
Look, I was getting drunk.
That's fine.
Folks, we have a replacement for Triple H, the Big Boss Man.
Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah. Let's fucking go.
All right, I'm getting the vodka.
Look at him. He's walking out like, all right. Back on the saddle, everybody.
Ibou, America the Beautiful, brother.
Joe, can you imagine us watching some real time DMing each other like just like
Yeah.
emojis and shit?
Hell yeah. There it is. Oh,
Hayden, you missed, fucker.
The Rock has defeated the Big Boss Man.
Kane's gonna come out with liquor and Bossman's not gonna be on the screen.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but it almost seemed like Boss Man kind of let him roll him up there.
Oh,
Maybe
What
I'm
the
just being
fuck are you implying, Ibou?
let me guess, bro. Tyson through the fight too. You're one of those guys. This is competition.
Jesus Christ. These conspiracy theories are
I don't know. It just seems like
Caden, the match is over.
Patterson and Briscoe come out. They give Rock an opponent. It happens to be a corporation guy. He gets rolled up so quickly. It's like it's a little weird to me. Look, maybe I'm the crazy guy. Maybe I'm the conspiracy guy. You know.
You gotta
Joe,
remember,
I'm sorry.
Bossman.
I gotta shut this down, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't-
That's fair. You gotta
I
remember,
can't handle
Bossman he's already wrestled tonight, dude. He's exhausted.
Yeah.
For a shoot.
Actually, yeah, true, actually.
He met him backstage like, you're gonna do another match, and he's talking to Russo, and he's like, come on, man, and he's like, nah, you're getting rolled up, and he's like, all right. I don't know, guys. Maybe it just seemed a little curious how this whole thing.
Bossman just turned to the camera and said, God damn.
Oh man,
All right, I have liquor.
Match is over. So
you missed it.
I don't care.
Yeah. Rock rolled him up really quickly,
Okay. Wow.
which, like I said, I just find it a little curious. Something's up there.
Did you just see that Paul Bearer graphic?
I did.
Yes.
I did see that.
Some lore going into this match. Taker's like shoot injured. So if you wonder what a Taker versus Kane with Taker with an injury looks like.
Jesus Christ. Fucking
Oh.
Republicans.
Oh, bro, that could be a rough night at the office.
Joe, it's like a leg injury of some kind.
Jesus whip. All right, we have some super chats. This shows some love to the great LNG, the Grinners, we call them around here, right, Buster?
Wait.
True.
The LNG universe.
Oh my god, this is one of the best wrestling entrances of all time.
It is, to be fair.
This theme song is fucking.
It's the only good thing about this version of him, but it is sick.
Yeah. Yes.
Mid take says Broncos won. Is that a football team, Buster?
Yes.
Denver Broncos, yes.
Denver Broncos. And LNG is live. Well, one of those things seems more cool than the other, but we are back. Go Seas. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Fuck off.
Not
I don't know
really,
what that
but thanks for the super chat.
Look at this fucking entrance, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a great presentation. And let me be clear, I've said this before, Ibou and I have been united on this for the longest. We both like Taker's work a lot through different points of his career.
Yeah.
This version of him, I just like in ring is,
Yeah, unless we're like I like the Mankind. If Mankind counts along with this and like the Austin match, then that's one thing. But like from this point, literally at the time of this show, for like the rest of '99, it's unfortunate. Yeah,
I consider this the start of like a new Taker chapter until he switches.
Then that's fucked.
Andy says, love revisiting this period of Austin stuff. It always makes me how out of spite at the people who claim Cena is the WWE GOAT. There you go, Ibou. That's some
like go fuck yourself.
Speaking your language there. Thank you, Andy, for the super chat. And Will says, how would 88 Rock, I assume 98, 88 would be quite young. How would 98 Rock be in AEW? He would not be. No.
Better than everybody else.
Legitimately, like, I'm not saying this to disparage the AEW roster because I think this is basically the case regardless of promotion. His level of personality would be like comical. And, we saw that. He came back as an old man.
And it was
this
like,
year.
Yeah, he geeked everybody out, bro.
And I love Roman Reigns, but he made Roman felt like he didn't come close to him in terms of physical presence. Dwayne's one of the biggest wrestling personalities ever, dude. And by 98, we're already at that point. Like especially this point of 98, because a lot happens.
Right.
Yeah, but the actual answer is Jake's right. He began 15 with Ricochet on Collision, while the people chanted "Fight Forever."
He would have been pressured to like try one of those liberal moves, that these guys do.
He'd do a G1 like to learn the game,
Dwayne Johnson in the C2.
Right? There's definitely a myth that Dwayne he's a character. He's a great entertainer, not a great wrestler. Which, by the way, that entire line of thinking is like hilarious to me. But
yeah.
Because wrestling's not real. So being entertaining kind of is wrestling. But anyway, nonetheless, I digress. Dwayne's work got really good, dude. 2000, Dwayne. And then when he comes back in 2002, he's sharp.
Nasty. He's nasty. Yeah. He, in 98, he's not great yet in the ring, but he's good. And like you said, the personality came a long way.
Yeah.
Another guy whose personality came a long way, the former Isaac Yankem DDS is coming out here. He has been Kane for a year. He had been entrenched in a year-long storyline with Undertaker that peaked about 5 months prior. And now they're going to run back a WrestleMania Classic. Like I said earlier, Undertaker is injured, and the brothers are fighting. So let's see how this goes.
This is going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
The question is, how much is it going to suck? Like, is it going to be funny bad or boring bad?
How much money are you willing to bet that by the end of the match, that wasn't that bad?
It depends. How long does this go? I think it's like 8 minutes. So we'll see on this.
I'm like anti-Glenn for reasons beyond the obvious. I just think he sucks, like legitimately.
He's just not much. He's not much of a fun watch, Is
he the ultimate example of a wrestler that the boys think highly of? Like, I'm not talking about politics here, I promise. But like, if you listen to the boys talk about wrestling Kane, they all talk about how easy he is. Like, he's just such a smart wrestler. And to the eye, I see very little that's of note or appeal about Kane.
And the thing about it, Joe, also, there are a lot of Attitude Era shitters that pop me for like little stupid things. With Kane, there's just not like, I don't know. Look, I like in angles when he choke slams people, and it's fun to see the fans go crazy when he's doing it, right?
Yeah.
The entrance is cool. He has a cool look, but like you just said, like, match-wise, like he just walks and punches. Like, what
he
the
just
fuck?
plods, like, because when Taker wanted to, dude, he could go, he could push the pace. And
so who's better, Kane or Karrion Kross?
Karrion Kross.
Oh, Jesus fucking. Well.
01.
Actually,
I'd rather watch 01 Kane than current.
Hang on, I want to do this quickly while these two assholes wrestle.
Yes.
Fucking Karrion Kross, this piece of shit. He did a tweet this week that made me so mad. Because it created headlines, the aggregators headline. They took this and run with it. Okay, let me find this shit. Someone tweeted, I'm not going to name this person, they're just a wrestling fan. Hey guys, what if Alexa Bliss sides the Final Testament? Firstly, hang on. What are we doing here? Secondly, Karrion Kross said, I would happily welcome her. That's nice of you. That's nice of Karrion Kross. You're going to welcome her into your group? Like, do you want a wrestler that gets reactions in the group or something? That's very nice of you, Karrion. He'd welcome her in, guys. I'm sure she was wondering. She's invited now officially to the Final Testament, Red Hot faction over there on Monday Night Raw. So great news for anyone who's been waiting to find out. I wasn't sure. So she's got the invite officially. So there you go, folks.
And Kross, she's allowed. You know what's funny about all this, Joe, is that Kross has been cutting some pretty fucking fantastic
good promo, dude. You know what? Let me be clear for anyone wondering. I'm just fucking around. I actually have no real issue with Karrion Kross at this point. I don't think he's much good, but his promos are good and like
it's because here's the thing, Joe. Like
he's a mid-carder too, right? I mean, at the end of the day, he's a mid-carder.
Well, there was a power slam, but I can't. Here's the thing about it, Joe. Like, I watch all these wrestling TV shows. I mean, oh, that was cool. That was kind of cool. But sincerely, Joe, I watch all the shows. Kross in the last few weeks have been cutting some of the best promos on TV, and it's so nasty because it's like you can't even get excited because he can't work. So I don't know.
I think here's my take. I think he's fine. I don't think he wrestles in a way that fits the character he wants to be. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't think he's like mechanically shitty. I just think he has no like edge as a worker, which is what the whole gimmick's built on because he's supposed to be like a dangerous guy, right?
I think he doesn't get it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he's invited Alexa into the group, so.
Paul Bearer was a very large man.
He was, bless him, he battled that. He had didn't he have the surgery before Mania 20, I want to say? He had surgery. Yeah.
He was so big, yeah.
Bless him. He seemed like a very, very funny personality. Like the real person sounds hysterically funny, dude.
His full name is even better than Paul Bearer. Like Percy Regal, that's incredible.
And he's like the stories of him. He's often described as being like an old woman at TV. Like he's always.
You just need Taker try Terry Funk's spinning toe hold.
I did not, but Taker is moving here. I mean, I see the injury because he is moving like me out there. Dude. Like he's an athletic guy, so that's kind of crazy.
I think like I want to say it was like his ankle was like fucked or something like that. Like
yeah,
and because he's a man, he just stayed on the road.
I'll never forget being at Wembley and Punk was doing all the Terry Funk tributes, and he did spinning toe hold, and everyone thought he was doing a figure four.
Oh.
And then he did the spinning toe hold, and it was dead silent, and I was like, damn, London, you failed me.
They just fucking suck, you know?
That was the one thing they didn't react to in that match, too, which made it kind of more striking.
Well, what you learn is a lot of people are like fake Terry Funk knowers, you know?
So, like, they know the idea of Terry Funk as like the old brawler. They don't really know, like, spinning toe hold Terry and his trunks, you know?
No, they really no. Most people couldn't tell you when he was working guys like Hansen and all that stuff.
Dude, the pace on this is not exactly electric, I have to say.
That's the thing. It's like Mania 14, their match is one of those matches where it's not a Matt Classic. It kind of like barely works because the story's over. It's fresh. It's Kane's first like real
spectacle. So
yeah,
it is a spectacle.
Yeah, it is. Here, you get that 5 months later when the storyline is 10 times colder and one of the guys can't even fucking move. And it's the better of the two wrestlers.
Taker is, it's been proven time and time again. The big man matches are great on the poster. They're not great when they get in the ring. I mean,
except for one man, Joe. You know who it is?
Whom?
Well,
he can fucking work. That's different, bro. They have some really good matches. You're right, actually. Yeah. No, that's a good call. But to be honest, show is so big that Taker can like full on be an underdog in some of those matches.
You know what was a good program on the TV angles, and sadly the matches weren't good? Mark Henry and Taker in 06. They have some really sick, like Henry has some awesome down angles on him, and then the like mid.
Yeah, I feel like if that version of Taker had worked with Mark a few years later, it would have been a lot better. But it is what it is.
You could tell Jim Ross is like, fuck, man.
This is a good match, actually. Don't have an ounce on the money here. Taker and Nash is good. Mania 12.
Yeah.
Good match. Big Sexy could go, man. He didn't often choose to. But when he was Diesel and he got a couple years into the run, he has some really good matches.
Diesel's another guy, Joe, that when I discovered him in the mid 2000s through the internet, well, not this, yeah, kind of like by discovery I mean like go back and watch his older work. I didn't like it didn't register to me that he was like quote unquote bad. Thank God we're going home here.
Yeah, right. Mercifully.
Thank God.
Mercifully.
Thank God.
Yeah, like I think people have a lot of fun with Brett carried him, and look. Obviously, he needed to be led, but if you watch the Brett matches, Diesel was very good in those matches. His selling is really good in those matches.
That was actively worse than the Regal X-Pac match.
Oh, by far, yeah. I mean, obviously, the finish on the Regal match was one of the funniest things ever. But...
where they're supposed to continue, and Regal and then X-Pac was like, "Wait, what?"
Those dudes are on a different planet.
X-Pac was probably stoned too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
98, brother. This is a Wild West.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm watching this show for like an hour, over an hour, and I think we've seen like 28 matches by this point.
Blitzing through, yeah. And we still have the two best matches on the show yet to come, which I'm glad for.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Lo and behold, both of them involve Mick Foley.
Imagine that, huh? Imagine that.
Speaking of which, here it is right now. Let's fucking go. Folks, it's time for Mick Foley versus Stone Cold.
The big man is back. When is Taker good again, Riley asks. I like it. Is it full 0-2 Taker when he becomes good again, excluding the Flair Mania match? 0-2 would be...
In general, is the return, yeah.
Yeah, because he does old Booger Red.
Yes. Generally speaking, he's pretty reliably... Like, he starts the year reliably solid, and, like, he ends the year pretty good. Yeah. No, this isn't Taker. I mean, this isn't Austin and Foley. Fuck, it's Al Snow and Foley.
I was wondering that. I was wondering if I read the bracket wrong or something. I was very confused.
What's the longest stretch where Taker was good? Because it can't be that long, right?
Late 2000s.
No, yeah, it's like 07 to the end of the decade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly.
Where he's like where he's the ace of SmackDown.
Yes, literally, he's the ace.
Hell yeah.
And they just throw monsters at him and shit. Yeah, like literally.
That Edge Mania match is like, I think that match is kind of hilarious.
Bro, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's very good.
That really is a sustained from 07 pretty much until like the end of an era, Hell in a Cell. He has very few high profile bad matches. Outside of like I think he ran back the Kane feud in 2010 and that sucked. But...
That stuff sucks, yeah.
Yeah.
And he does have it's more controversial than bad, like the Punk stuff where he kind of just kills Punk off.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. And he's still like, he kind of brothers it when it comes up, right? Like he's like, oh, it's not heat.
Does. I've had some interesting conversations about that situation.
Oh, really? Bruce again? Al Snow is running wild, folks.
Whatever happened with that Hell in a Cell 09 thing? It's just a lot. It's like, all right.
Yeah, there was a recent tweet from one Nick Nemeth that discussed that in a very vague way. I don't know if anyone saw that, but it was a good tweet.
I wish you were off. Remind Joe, put a pin on this. I have some funny stories.
I will not remember, which makes that even better. But one day we'll get to it.
Yeah.
By the way, dropkick, Al Snow, running wild.
Yes. He the former Leif Cassidy.
Oh yeah.
He was a part of the New Rockers. What was that about? Like,
very bad idea.
Why did they try?
Oh.
I need Mick to just nail this fucker in the head, you know? Isn't that a DQ? Is that a fucking DQ?
Well, you know.
What the fuck? What's this ref doing?
I don't know. Big Boss Man hit, I think, Austin in the cock, like directly up on the ref, and he just goes, "What the heck?"
Are we about to get
couple times
a barricade move? Yeah, get fucked, you fucking dork! Like,
that Mick strike was hysterical that he caught him with when he came off the barricade. Incredible strike.
You'll be able by the end of the show. You'll realize like who Mick respects and doesn't by what he's. He's like, I'm working Steve. All right, you know. Yeah.
He always has fun with Al. Doesn't he always do like a bit about dunking on Al Snow? Like I think playfully, but I'm pretty sure he does. He regularly makes him a punchline. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Look at Mick.
Oh my god.
Very fat.
Are you okay, Kaden Lee? Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you sure?
What? Is something wrong?
Well, you've been typing furiously and you look deeply concerned. And I've been quite worried about you for the last 12 minutes.
That was a legitimately good enziguri there.
Joe, I'm updating my spreadsheet.
Joe, remember
I'm in Jesus Christ, brother.
when I revealed this, you know.
Wrestling's on.
What happened, Ibou? What?
Remember when I had a spreadsheet?
Yeah. Jared Alex sipping some beverages.
Yeah. I think this is the end ahead here, folks.
Yeah.
Forever?
Not forever, but you know.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Al Snow was at One Night Stand 05 for whatever reason.
He's a legend, bro.
ECW legend. He went there in '98 to revitalize himself and figure out what his new gimmick was going to be before he goes back to WWF. And that's how he came up with this current one.
Who went in the other direction? Because that was like a mini trade, wasn't it? Like who didn't?
Taka Michinoku goes back.
Well,
I don't know if it was exactly around the time, but I know he does go back.
and then they bring Too Cold. Oh, that brutal gimmick they give Too Cold.
Flash Funk.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like '96 though? Like,
yeah, that's the original like ECW deal, right? It's not before this.
Too Cold goes back and forth a couple times. It's kind of. I wonder if it was just something where it was just like, look, man, when we have nothing for you, just work over there. Like, I wonder if it was that type of thing. But he like returns to ECW like 4 times.
That was more common then, like guys doing stuff just for work's sake. It was just a different. The wrestling business was just different then. When it was very different.
That's better, honestly, dude. Like,
Oh, of course, yeah, of course it is, dude.
I
Like,
watch so many guys who have like nothing to do, and it's just like,
yeah, 100%. It's brutal. It's terrible. It's terrible for the boys. Their confidence.
yeah.
You know, you're sitting at home, and then if you do go to TV, you're just watching the shows. Like, I know people have fun. It's a good job. Of course it is, but it's also like, you know, you very quickly kind of just feel like a loser because you're just you're not wrestling. You know,
It just like. This is not me doing the Ricky Starks thing because I think that conversation is exhausting, right? But like, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be nice if like guys just had like shorter contracts and shorter stints in places, and like if there's nothing for them, they could just go to another place to do some shit for like 7 months and they just leave.
I tend to agree. Can we have a timestamp in the chat? Novi, can we have a timestamp for folks in the chat, please?
We're at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 39, 40, 41, 42, 43.
Can you say it one more time?
It's about to be an ad, so I think we should probably just wait actually thinking about it. Just give me a second.
I was gonna say, I think I'm like a second or two behind you guys, but that's fine.
Yeah. The ads are, you know, matches are coming quick, you know?
We'll resync coming out of the break.
Yep.
I've already upgraded. So.
What's a premium plus?
What a fun gag that like everyone's just like halfway through like, man, I'm upgrading. Fuck this. You know?
Bob's gonna get multiple DMs tonight asking about reimbursement.
I'm tempted to pay for y'all. Like just like
yes. You know, for the sake of this show, we'll figure it out afterwards. I'll add it onto the gold paycheck that will definitely not be coming this month, Christmas. You know, so next month.
Oh, let's go. The big
it's shopping to do. You know, I have a niece. I have a niece now. You know, I have.
Wait, who's in that?
I think it's literally just me.
I was gonna say you were once again missing the walkout.
Yep.
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 Fucking rules.
It's like I'm watching the uploads for the WWE matches that they do, and they just cut out the entrances.
Joe, I would have
disgusting.
Gross.
I would have this motherfucker tab Zack Sabre Jr. out right now if he existed in wrestling right now.
That was so unnecessary. Based.
To win the IWGP Championship, of course, not because I have anything against ZSJ.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Come on. Today, Joe, I was tweeting about Nakajima versus Miyahara from December 31st.
Great match, by the way.
Incredible. And I was saying how like it unfortunately exists in that fucking phantom zone where it can't be counted as this year's match of the year in that listing. And it's like by that point in the year, everyone's already made their 2023 lists. And I basically said that like if it counted for this year, I have it above like every Japanese match that's existed in Japan. And someone was like, "What about Brian ZSJ?" And I had a really spiteful reaction like at my phone before tweeting back at the guy. But,
You didn't really fuck with that match, huh? I remember talking about this at the time.
You sense that from me? I've never let that on. I've never.
Yeah, I can always tell you. You did the same thing with Brian and Okada. You were like, You said that was good. And I was okay. I see your game. I thought Brian and Zach was incredible, but I did a grin along for that, and
it's really good.
Ibou, I thought it was great.
It's really
You didn't
good.
reply to me, but I said the exact same thing under that tweet.
Did you? What about what about Brian and ZSJ?
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
Thing is, that kind of match, I watched it with Joe. Like I wasn't on the Grinalong, but I was watching the Grinalong, and so like, I feel like watching it back, I wouldn't enjoy it as much, so I don't want to watch it back.
Grin along bump, brother. That's what it is.
And Miyahara it's just like the rivals from the same.
It does have an edge, that match. It feels dangerous. It does, 100%.
People walk through with the Noki theme song and the Ali pants, and it's just like, all right.
Since the match has started, we're about to hit 1:15. One, two.
This is a pair that had a couple of matches in 1998. They had pretty good chemistry.
Yeah, because originally Dwayne's working heel, right? It's Elimination. So
yeah. At Mania 14, I love that match. I think it goes to a DQ, but Shamrock just runs wild on Rock and just suplexes him all over the place, and he just kills a bunch of security people and stuff. Yeah, Dave's commentary on this match was something along the lines like, very disappointed they had a much better match on Raw last week.
So didn't Dwayne do like a cameo on Ken's Hall of Fame deal for TNA?
I remember that.
Yes. Dwayne sent in a video for Ken Shamrock's Hall of Fame.
Wasn't that the same week?
Slammiversary.
Yes, what you're about to say, yes.
It was the same week as like the Survivor, like the Rock's debut Survivor Series thing.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure
no.
He filmed it at the same time he like endorsed Biden, I think.
Yeah. Oh, fuck!
Yeah. He was like the outfit.
There was something where like The Rock made an appearance somewhere else instead of being at that Survivor Series show, and it was very fun.
Of is people expected him to be at the 2021 Survivor Series.
Yes,
and they did that whole golden egg stuff.
Yeah,
people expected him, and he didn't show, but he did TNA like a week earlier or something.
You know for a fact
that
if you had truth serum, Dwayne absolutely believes that endorsement is why like Black Adam bombed. Like if you asked him, he would absolutely definitely that's why.
You think his mind? He's like,
100%.
I went too woke.
He literally was talking about like cancel culture and stuff this year. Like he's playing the game differently now, man. It's a new set of cards,
That movie came out a year after he endorsed Biden.
Yeah, I didn't say that was the reason. I said that's what Dwayne thinks.
Yeah, You think he's in the fucking private jet with Brian Gore? It's just like, you think I got too woke? And he's just looking at him, and he's like, yes, dude, I've been telling you.
Goldust yelling, The Rock was never woke.
That's a good fucking point. No.
Pelosi's gonna make the call.
Brian Goldust yelling, Dwayne Johnson always stood for free speech.
I will admit. Let me not admit that.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
I'll say it, Ibou. Say it. Stand your ground.
That leaping kick.
We support you.
He just hits the guy in the face with his ass. It's crazy maneuver.
It rocks. I love Ken Shamrock. I do wish we would have seen what the reality would have looked like had he taken the New Japan offer that he was given in '97.
Yes.
You can say this. Him not taking the deal set off a chain reaction of events because that spot went to Naoya Ogawa, who faced Shinya Hashimoto and shot on him in the ring.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And that led to a whole lot of things that ended up leading to Hashimoto saying, fuck this, I quit. And there's Inokiism right there, folks.
So I would, they did like Tales from the Territories as like a counterbalance to Dark Side, Vice did. I would be very intrigued by like a what if show like that. Like these moments in the timeline where you take them out and it changes everything without even, like these seemingly minor things. There's a ton of them, of course, in any sport, any entertainment there is. But wrestling's fun because wrestling's just fantasy and fiction. It's like there's some weird ones, dude.
There's a lot of dude like Ken
What if
Shamrock.
Dwayne didn't endorse Biden?
These rock punches are fucking.
Yeah, I love Rock's work, dude. So even when it's
Oh
like,
my god,
he's back. He's back.
He heard woke and he went in there to change this shit now.
Dude. Bubba.
All right, take a drink.
he didn't. You know what makes the beast now? It's like Joe. They're not cueing the theme, which is even better. Like he's just walking out.
What a beast, bro.
He's like, don't mind me, just making sure y'all aren't woken it up over here.
Like back in the Fed with his probably like $100,000 downside, just making towns, living the dream.
Don't woke it up.
In his head, he's just like, what the fuck happened to wrestling, man?
Ibou, do you think he knows the "Don't Woke It Up" theme?
Well, he's dead, so probably.
Yeah, probably not. No.
I think we should probably halt the use of the word woke on this program. I think we probably hit the limit on that.
No, is this
Just-
censorship? You fucking
Just
lip?
to be clear, folks, this irony. We're trying to be funny. I don't think we're succeeding.
Bro,
If this is
YouTube
your
likes that
first
thing. You're
one of
good,
the-
dude.
If this is your first one of these shows, it's like it's a bit. Unless I don't know how Max feels, so I don't want to speak on his behalf. Max, if you want to come back and talk
God,
to
you
us about
punched
how you feel, I mean that's up to you, bro. But
He did the Rana again. It was better this time.
It's way better this time.
It was better.
I look better, yeah.
Oh, that transition. Oh, let's go.
Oh, Dwayne's in trouble, dude.
That was sick, folks. That Rana and then the Fujiwara armbar.
This is a wrap, dude. Dwayne's done.
By the way, when Rock was getting out of that hole with the punches, it was just beautiful.
Dwayne is a great submission salesman.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to fucking cry.
Yeah. And he'll sell it on offense too. Like when he puts his shitty sharpshooter on, he'll be selling out his face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you just see him like, come on, please.
just got he lost him there. There you go. Very good recovery on that because he lost him on shooting him off, didn't he?
Yeah, that was kind of funny. Like,
Yeah.
let go. Boss man just standing there, like.
Bossman looks very like uninterested in all of it, which makes it much better. He's all over the show.
You know, he's asking Russo, he's like, why am I going out there? And he's like, it's part of the fucking angle, bro. Just follow the script. And he's just like, but why am I fucking out there?
That is what I love about the business. Like when Bossman left WCW, I'd imagine most fans thought it was just done because he'd been like so de-emphasized by that point.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes the jump and like he's in the main angle. Obviously, he's not the main character, but he's all over the angle.
Joe, he's all over the TV for the next like 6 months.
I always think about how like MVP taking that Rumble cameo, he went from being a guy who like was
Oh my
was,
god.
like,
Ooh.
he went from a guy who was doing shots for like MLW occasionally to being the main character on Raw because he took a Rumble cameo. Like shit's crazy, man. You just gotta get in the game sometimes.
I love Rock's floater over DDT, and it got even prettier over the next years.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
It's time, folks. Look at the people, Joe.
Oh, look at the mana.
The fucking mana. It's the people's.
Oh.
He won this match, folks. It's over.
Hell yeah. Oh!
He's not one.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh,
Gotta
he
be
gets
it.
out.
It's gotta be it. No.
We're doing near falls.
Oh, he is working Japan. He did make the
Beautiful.
jump. Oh,
In the
He
WWF?
won.
Budokan, we have arrived.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
shit.
oh shit.
Oh,
You
no.
waited too long.
Oh,
He played with his food.
Oh!
Oh shit. Ah.
Bailey to
Double
belly.
down.
Bailey to belly.
oh.
Double down.
We're in
At this
Cork Hall,
point-
folks.
You cut to the IWGP title and zoom in on it at this point. Just let the atmosphere talk for itself.
This is
I what a catch!
Oh,
What an actually, what a catch!
oh
Oh
shit.
shit.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
He threw it past the ref.
You know, you guys were calling me crazy.
Dude, he look at Bossman. He's clearly pissed off. He messed up again. It's a rough night at the office for him. Okay.
Sincerely, though, like, what
are
a great
you
finish.
Yeah,
Awesome.
very good. Yeah.
Are you saying, Brainbuster, that he wanted to give it to Shamrock and Rock caught it and used it?
Yes. He's mad. Look at him. He's upset.
He's
Dude, to be fair, Buster watches WCW. Barber got a lot of stuff wrong before. He's just not very competent anymore, man.
I think that was my favorite match so far.
Oh yeah,
me
that match was good.
It's logged in my spreadsheet.
It was big, loud, and bombastic, but it was very fun and a great finish.
Yeah, the crowd was really into it.
Look at the replay. He's clearly throwing it towards Ken Shamrock.
Have you seen when they do that in TNA and Bobby Lashley's like ex-wife, I guess then wife, throws him like a lead pipe and he just drops it and that's just ad-lib the finish?
Yeah.
I have not seen that, but that's
I
awesome.
So from like a tournament standpoint, on a one-night tournament standpoint, what you want to do is have variation of finishes while escalating like time, near falls, drama as you get deeper, like on the show. You don't want to blow it all off. And so like this is the first match with like a legitimate near fall, but they don't waste like a big rock bottom 1, 2, 3 thing, because he's gonna wrestle again. So.
Yes, sir. He sure is. We got
He's
our
working.
final four: Undertaker and Rock, Mankind and Stone Cold is our final four.
The next match is gonna be awesome too.
God, poor Paul Bearer. Okay, Will super chat. Would
Pilled up.
Pilled up. Okay, would Pilled up much better. HBK working the C2. Would he tell Tony he's not doing any jobs? And will Tony? He would politically. He would be a real issue for Tony Khan. His matches would be great.
His matches would be awesome.
But yeah, I think Tony would even agree that I don't think he's politically, in a position to handle that version of Shawn Michaels' brother.
Yeah. It's time for Sable, and I don't even know what's gonna happen here. I don't remember this match, but my hot take prediction is this will be better than Kane and Taker.
We'll see about that.
She's gonna have a wrestling match with Jacqueline here. It's not
Okay. Andy says, "Can we get the 09 Hell in a Cell story, please?" I don't think you can, but I'll present it one day. Maybe we'll put it on the DVD commentary one day, Andy. I'm sorry. When we do the physical media release of the Hanging with Holbert collection.
I would unironically buy that.
Suddenly they just all disappear from YouTube, and the next day, major announcement coming. Blu-ray box set, we lose like $10,000 on it.
For 98, the Mark Mello Sable story was like,
why is Shane the ref?
That I just noticed that. That's interesting.
Sable and kick pads.
Interesting, yeah.
I was just say for 98, her storyline with Mark Merrill is pretty progressive. It's just a woman who gets more popular than her wrestler husband, and he's jealous about it. And she's just kind of like, "Well, tough shit, buddy," and then beats him up a lot.
You're not wrong, but I feel like you didn't have to credit it as being progressive.
I mean, is it not more progressive than the women shaking their tits in a backstage interview and seeing
what you said is right? I just don't know. It's like, did we need to credit them? I guess is my question. I don't know. It's just,
did we have to hand it to Vince Russo and Vince?
Yeah.
Oh my God! A flashback to Heat.
Joe, what is the greatest Mark Merrill WCW match you've ever seen?
He honestly has some good ones, dude. The most famous is the Pillman match that goes really long. The one on Full Brawl 95.
Mm-hmm.
He has some good ones with Austin. And also, by the way, the Austin WWF match at King of the Ring is also good.
Yeah, the reason I asked you, I was gonna set up to say that in the mid 90s for about 2 years, Mark Merrill was an actively totally solid wrestler. Yeah.
He has good ones with DDP too. They have good matches also. He's one of those guys who because the WWF locker room thought he sucked, he just got completely buried in history. He was good, dude. He's a good wrestler.
In 98, he's a good heel in this storyline. Maybe that's why I like those Sable matches that I named, is because the whole thing is just it's basically just Mark Merrill making you really want to see a woman beat him up, and he's good at it.
Do you remember when they did that? It wasn't exactly the same, but when the crowd was chanting for Lana, and they tried to Mero Rusev. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Get mad when they chant for her. Yeah.
Yes, they did. It wasn't done nearly as well.
Well, the issue was that in turning Lana, they took away all the things that people liked about Lana, right?
That's true.
And then they did that thing where she was Americanized by a fucking...
Yeah. No way.
Yep.
No way. Not on the floor.
What the fuck?
Yep. Here it comes. There it comes. There it is.
Oh my God. Jesus.
is the infamous spot where allegedly Steve Austin immediately called the office and was like, "Take me off those house shows against Mero. I'm not wrestling the guy who got powerbombed by his wife."
He probably also said like,
That's
"This fucker's
awesome.
definitely concussed." I'm not. This motherfucker. Dude, he's trying to
Crazy.
get up and walk it off. Dude, that was a low angle fucking on the floor power bomb.
That was a scary spot, legit. Like,
That was genuinely scary as fuck.
yeah, she kind of like gonzoed him, bro.
It was better than Kane.
Yeah, got some heat now too.
Eh.
Got some heat.
Unfortunately, the thing I remember the most about Jackie was her unhinged twerking at the 2000 Rumble.
Jackie was fucking awesome, bro.
I like Jacqueline. Yeah, I did like the
Do you
boys
know-
liked her.
Yeah, she was just tough, right? She's just nails, dude. Look at her.
Apparently,
Badass.
they would be like, "Drink a fucking beer, Jacqueline," and she'd be like, "Give me both of them shits." And you're like, "Oh shit, okay."
When Bruce Pritchard was like involved in TNA Crave, he brought her back and he put her with who's the lady from Texas that Alex likes? The one who's insane. Oh Jesus, Brooke.
Who?
What's her last name? Brooke. Fuck. No, chat. Someone in the chat will know.
The one from like 07?
No, like 2011. Shit, Brooke something. The chat will get me. Tessmacher. Brooke Tessmacher. There you go.
Oh yeah, okay.
He like Bruce Pritchard like puts Jacqueline with Brooke to like teach her the ropes, and she just beats the shit out of her. In like 2011 TNA, bro. Chat's got me. Like, there's a lot of them in the chat. That was. My description being lady from Texas that Alex likes.
I was thinking another Sable bomb there. That's probably the finish.
Has to
for
be.
you,
Right? Can't
It was, yeah.
get out the Sable bomb.
That was better than Kane and Taker.
There you go.
She just did 2 power bombs. Like, what else do you want? You know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I knew you were talking about. I just remember her more from like 07 ECW doing dancing and shit.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
The with Kelly and all that good stuff.
And Layla, yes. I very much remember this. Yes.
Layla, I'm told Layla got to be pretty good. I haven't seen a lot of the matches, but that's what I hear.
I didn't watch a lot of that wrestling because here's some Ibou lore. Whenever the women came on to wrestle, I just changed the channel so I didn't get in trouble.
That could have gone in so many different directions, but you saved yourself at the end there. The last.
I just remember, like, I'll never forget Ashley Massaro was in the ring once with like her like really, really short skirt. And my mom just walks by and sees it, and she's like, "This is what you watch," and I was just like, "Oh shit." You know?
Beast.
Pretty crazy time, to be fair.
Yeah. What's
Again,
up, Mike?
look at the house. Look at the house.
Yeah, every time they pan over, it's like, fuck.
This set fucking rules.
It's incredible.
Bring back this shit.
This is Dave's. I'm pretty sure this is Dave's highest rated match in the show. I think.
Bring back unique pay-per-view sets.
Yeah, it's very distinct.
I can't do the Dynamite set for
This
pay-per-views
is not his
anymore.
highest rated match of the show.
Oh, am I misremembering?
His highest rated match is the main event, I believe.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm okay. I'm looking at the cage match for this. show.
I think I was reading. I was doing a lot of sheet reading, guys, before this thing. I looked at the PW Torch review of this, and I looked at Dave's, and I might have mixed them up because I think it was Keller that liked this match the most.
I mean, this match isn't far off. I think it's like
Yeah,
a
it's
half star.
I remember really liking this one.
Yeah, this is Mick and Austin. It's not as good as Over the Edge, but it's good.
Over the Edge is like
That's excellent.
genre defining shit, dude.
That's like when someone says what are the best matches of the Attitude Era, like that's like in the top 10.
Yeah.
Actively excellent.
Austin,
He fucked, guys.
he's selling on the
Look
way
at
to
the
ring, bro.
arms.
Jeez.
Look at that.
He still looks cool as fuck, though.
Yeah, right.
They uploaded a short. I think WWE Vault uploaded a short that was like Steve Austin walking to the ring on the road to his first title win, and it is like the coolest, like WrestleMania 14 entrance. Just watching it in a vacuum without any other, like anything surrounding it. Holy fuck!
We need to. I just thought of a new wine thing, Joe.
Wine entrance.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I feel like wine entrances have to be like 91 Sting or something, you know, like
They have to be they're the kind of thing you rewatch without rewatching the match. Like you just search for the entrance.
Now, okay, expanding upon that, Sandman at One Night Stand.
oh,
What
that's
was
the best entrance ever.
That's one of the yeah, that might be the
But
best
like
entrance.
wine entrance, that, I feel like it would be like a different thing, right?
I think with
Is that
entrances,
tailgate
because
entrance? Is that
because entrances
horizontal?
are such a thin lane, I think we probably just go with any cool entrance.
Any
To be
cool,
honest.
Oh, yeah.
we just give it what the council does allow.
I mean, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, Sandman would not be wine anything, to be honest. But to answer this random question, why did Steve Austin hate working with mid-cards in the Edge era? It was, and this is something that's kind of faded and I think has returned slowly as the boys have got over again in their ODF. There's a lot of philosophy that goes into like, you can only bring a certain amount of people up before you're pulling yourself down. There are guys in Derby now on top that very much believe in that. In the sense you be very selective. If you're working with mid-card guys, at what point do you become one of them rather than, do you know what I'm saying? Like you can't lift your own. I'm sure you've heard this, Ibou. A time or two.
And beyond that, Joe, I gotta say, maybe Steve Austin just has good taste because once we hit 2000 and there's more talented wrestlers in the show, he's totally fine. He is totally fine. What's it called? Working with a Kurt Angle or a Chris Jericho or guys like that in like 2000, 2001.
Right, but those guys are still slotted. Like,
yeah,
consider they're still
100%.
Yeah, Steve gets no shit for it because he people just like him, but he was like super political.
Oh, that's press.
Oh, he was political as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
His stance, Joe, in '98. If he's in the ring with someone that isn't like, look at that. If he's in the ring with someone that isn't like Foley or Rock or like Taker or Kane, he's like, I got to kick the shit out of them, and this match ends very shortly.
Yeah, he had no interest. Like The Rock, I mean, it's hilarious now, but
that run
was based. It gets people forget this now because of his reputation nowadays. But The Rock was the most giving. I mean, he was so selfless as the top guy, dude. He was kind of an outlier. That wasn't the normal all the way Dwayne approached it, It was very different. Very, very different. Uh-oh. A little bit of team meeting here on the ramp. What's the chat saying? Yeah, Jake said similar about Dwayne. Just saw that.
Sorry, I had to hop out because my brother was asking me where I was in the timestamp because he wants to watch along.
Respect.
Oh my God, we're not gonna do this here.
Oh jeez.
Oh God.
That hurt.
My brother was like, he was debating because I was telling him because I was telling him I was gonna do this, and it popped him like that I was gonna watch the show, and what's it called? I was like, you want to join the watch along? And he was like, they don't know me. I don't want to just be an uninvited guest. And I was like, who cares, man? Just pop in, And
Jeff was here earlier.
He's being like super polite. He's like, I don't want to just intrude on, they don't know me.
It does feel like LNG is the correct place for the eventual debut of your brother. I feel as a personality in this sport, feels like it, right?
If this was a paywall, I'd reveal a funny secret right now, but I'll save it for the paywall. But
cool. Yeah. We'll do another one of those Trojan Horse paywall shows where it's listed as like WWF Raw Grinalong and it goes 8 hours for some reason.
Dude, that fucking. I don't know what Grinalong y'all were doing, but I joined later.
Yeah, Saturday Night's main event, right?
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, Mick Foley's ankle hit the steps.
Oh, fuck.
What is wrong with Mick, dude? Look at him.
Peace.
Good God. But yeah, what I said when you stepped away, I was just saying that Dwayne was the outlier for how selfless he was, really. I mean, it was...
He'll fucking job on TV to Steve Blackman. It's like, why?
I always think it's striking when on the road to the Brock match, he like does a clean job to Benoit.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt him at all, but it helps Benoit a lot. Even in 2000, Joe, like I was going through like his match guide once, and I was shocked that he's working with Christian and Edge, and like he's just working like everybody.
Yeah.
And a testament to him, he's having heated and good matches with most of these people.
Yeah. It's different. It's a different type of good match to what you see nowadays.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely more like bite-sized.
Yeah.
But yeah, Austin wouldn't do that. I mean, Austin would not do that shit for like a long time.
Rock would give you a hot 6 minutes with fucking. Let me think of like someone random that he would do it with, like X-Pac.
Yeah,
like he'd go like 6 minutes on Raw with X-Pac and it'd be hot, you know. So
yeah, I mean, someone in the chat mentioned earlier the Regal Austin series. Those matches are like 4 minutes long, and they rule. But you know
what's in Joe? Have you ever seen Austin versus Redacted on the Raw after Survivor Series 2000?
I mean, you saying Redacted on this show is hilarious, considering how many times you know.
Yeah, we've said it like multiple times now,
but I have. Yeah, it's quite good in it.
Yeah, have you ever seen the promo that led to it? It was the opening of the show, and basically they're arguing about who's the better like wrestler. It's kind of funny. Like he was basically because the night before Austin did that big brawl with Triple H where he blew up the truck or whatever, and Benoit was just kind of like, I don't do all that crap. I'm a wrestler. I'm a technical wrestler. I'm a Wolverine and all that stuff. And Austin's just kind of like, well, goddamn, son, I can technical wrestle. You know,
he was a mechanic in WCW.
they pulled a lot of that. He's just like, well, goddamn, son, I can make hold for hold and shit.
My favorite running bit of his podcast, where he's insecure at people not knowing he was a good mechanical pro wrestler. Like just every podcast at some point going, you know, when I was a mechanic in WCW. It's like, yeah, Steve, I've seen it. I know. I'm sorry, bro. A lot of people have not seen it. It's a shame.
And in the match, like he's trying to match Benny hold for holds, and Jim Ross is just going, you know, Steve Austin is a great scientific wrestler.
Let's bring that back. Okay, this is a message to everyone in wrestling. Do not say technical wrestler. That's lame. Say scientific wrestler, please. We need it back, bro.
That was so like 1993, like just
yeah, because it just meant they did moves, and that's all it meant. Like they did wrestling moves.
It was godly, Joe, because like Gorilla Monsoon would say it, and all the dude did was a fucking drop toe hold.
Yeah,
a scientific maneuver there. It's like everybody was fucking 7 foot.
I also like when Steamboat would throw like knife edge chops, and JR would for some reason be like martial arts.
The karate chops there from Steamboat. It was always karate or some shit.
Yeah, to your point earlier, Mick's effort in this one is quite different, huh?
You see the differences in respect levels? Because look, Mick was always a fat fuck, but like he was awesome, you know, and he just he was house show mode before this, you know.
You gotta protect the knees, brother.
What a real wrestler.
Oh.
Imagine if his Mark ass took bumps for like Al Snow in round 2. Like, what the fuck?
That was a hell of a steal there, man. Hell of a spot.
Yes, it was.
I'll see Mick in a week or 2 weeks. I see Mick in 2.
I missed that.
You in this house?
Wrestler with gesture that do a pile driver.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That always gets a reaction when you back body drop out of a pile driver.
Yes.
Stunner.
I'm surprised he landed. I thought it was gonna get reversed. Is that it? Could that be it?
No one kicks out of stunner, bro.
Oh, who is that?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude.
He was faking?
He's getting jumped. They beat up Kyoto. Look at Kyoto.
Kyoto's getting his ass kicked.
Look at those stumps.
He's picking up. My goodness.
There's nothing sacred, dude. Come on.
Mick, man, you really sold out here, Mick. That's why your pants are falling down. Get fucked. Let's go. All right, let's get a ref in here. Surely this is the finish. 1, 2.
Shane, come on.
You motherfucker.
They blurred the fucking middle fingers.
You motherfucker.
Legit said, what the fuck, Steve said. That's so beast.
Is there no
fucking rules?
What's Steve gonna do here?
The censors make it so much funnier.
I'm fucking pissed.
It is bizarre they do that. Like it should be like an option, right? It shouldn't be like just a default.
CM Punk in Scotland.
Imagine No, what WWE did in Scotland was they just changed the camera angle when he did it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll reveal this now since it's late enough. He wasn't supposed to do middle fingers, but he just did it.
Yeah, because
There
he's
you
a
go.
fucking real wrestler.
Congratulations to Cultaholic for sitting for an hour and 55 of this to get what they needed.
Oh, he got hit in the head with a chair. Fuck.
Shit.
It's over.
What are we gonna do now?
I told you, Novi. I told you might be tough, but you ain't superhuman.
All right,
bro.
so
That's-
the botch here.
Too many
folks.
factors working against him there.
After Shane did the middle fingers, Bossman was gonna have to come in for the last screw job and hit him with like the nightstick and shit. And he just did. He was waiting because he thought that spot was the next match. And so after Shane did the middle fingers, if you saw Foley and Austin kind of just fumbling around like, what's next? And they're just kind of like, where the fuck is Ray?
And it was a huge blow because it was supposed to then like pivot into a whole Austin working with Bossman thing.
Right.
And you have to think about like, so if that was supposed to be Austin's match on the house shows, think of how much money that cost Big Bubba because this is when fuck your downside, you're making the town and getting paid off the house. Look at this house, right? So if you got on a loop where you're Austin's opponent, dude, like that's the best spot in wrestling, basically. So
That shot of them all running out was so funny when they were running to the back.
did you see the fear on Bossman's face, by the way, when that was happening?
He made it so late. He's just kind of like, was it this match? I gotta say, from execution standpoint, they recovered pretty decently, to be honest with you. To just say, all right, fuck, we'll just the Stooges will just hit him with the chair.
It
So
doesn't
much
come
so
across.
that
Yeah,
until I saw Bossman, I actually forgot that that's why. Because I knew earlier when you mentioned it, because Austin's talked about it left.
Oh shit, he just carjacked the dude.
Oh my
that
god,
Michael
in his
Cole?
gear. In his gear.
What a beast! He didn't even take his bet.
There is
Does
some
anyone know who that
news-
was that he carjacked? Can someone find that out?
I think it was just an extra.
there's
He
some
probably
news
worked-
in our chat. Josh
Yeah.
Alexander, I guess, is stopping his indie dates. I guess finishing them.
Wait,
News in the chat.
He's going
Good,
to
we
Big
Nobody can get fooled by those match graphics anymore. By
I
nobody, I
think-
mean me, bro.
I think it means something quite different, but
Right.
Well, we don't, you know.
I gotta say,
I was
regarding-
more.
I thought of him earlier when Shamrock transitioned into the ankle lock on Dwayne. I did kind of think like, man, the intensity differences are crazy.
well,
He said, after
Oh.
talking with my family, I've made the decision to stop taking indie dates.
After telling my wife that the WWF has offered me $300,000.
that was a joke, folks. That isn't a report. Let's be clear about that.
William Regal has informed me that they're offering me $300,000.
Look, being serious, him and Bailey, you know, both getting deals. Whatever you think of them as individuals, I mean, they've both definitely earned it. That's what
Yeah,
with the way.
God bless, you know.
Him,
Yeah.
Jordan, because it's going to be him, Jordan, Speedball, and Hendry are all going to get deals within the next like 3 months.
I think it's
TNA is good, bro.
remarkable. I think it's remarkable how like a lot of those like kind of like layered screw jobby attitude or finishes of Austin, like they always work. And when they just tried this with so many guys for the next decade, it just didn't. Like
Mhm.
it's just funny to observe, you know.
I have
Time
breaking
and a
news
place, dude.
in
Time-
regards
breaking news.
to Contrarian Alex. He said, making chili AMA. I said, beans? He said, I can do with and without trying a new chicken chili recipe with white beans. Quite good.
When did he tweet this, by the way? He was
He
making
tweeted
chili.
that 5 hours ago.
Okay, good, because I was with him like 6 hours ago, and he informed me that was what he was off to do. So I was quite alarmed as to what he'd been doing for the last day. Speaking of such, we were recording some Ultimate Fighter Season 1 stuff today for the Contrarians, which I will again plug here, folks. That is going to be quite the adventure this January. The Contrarians go show the lads some love. And out comes the Undertaker limping his way to the ring, as is Paul Bearer.
Joe,
Nice show of unity.
for like 1 second before you turned on Game Face, Taker had a face of like, all right. It's just see how this one goes.
I was talking about, yes, to be clear, folks, I was talking about Speedball Mike Bailey, not Bailey of World Wrestling Federation fame.
My close personal family friend, Mark Calloway, here to wrestle.
Yes, true. Not Bailey either. It was, folks, if you thought you were going to say Bailey, then not Bailey. Not The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Who do we got here, folks? Do we have The Undertaker with his bad wheel, or do we think Rock is going to continue to have these fortuitous finishes?
Dwayne's too quick, dude. Stick and move. Keep him on the end of his jab.
This shot with the smoke emerging.
It's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
People think I'm being a conspiracy guy, but I just think something's going on with The Rock tonight. It just like these finishes are
My
very
role model would never do that.
Man,
never
call
conspire.
RFK, man. Jesus Christ.
For real, right?
Boss Man comes out as a replacement guy. He rolls him up easy, almost as if he allowed him to. The next match, he catches the nightstick. It's just like, what's going on?
Did you watch the trajectory of the nightstick?
Maybe I can look at that.
Look, bro, anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. They've told us this for years, okay?
Mm-hmm. Something just doesn't feel right, you know?
Fucking.
I want to believe in the champion. I really do. I genuinely want to believe in the people's champion.
I've always believed.
Watch the nightstick. It's clearly heading for Kenneth Shamrock.
He does intercept him now that I'm looking at
That's
it.
it. He played football at professional level, dude.
Yeah.
He basically
You heard of the
snagged it out of his
CFL
hands
comp?
at that point. It was right there. So
True.
Yep.
Is that true? Did he play football at the professional level? Or did I make
He
that
played
up?
it in the
Football League,
CFL, I
yes.
believe.
The Canadian Football League.
so fake
Is it-
football.
Is that like working for Rev Pro or something in wrestling?
I would say it's like working for AEW.
Oh shit! All right.
I just
I'm
I just
kidding.
want someone,
It's like
I just
Impact.
want someone to believe in guys, because it's just like with Steve Austin out, like you don't want to feel this bleak sense of hopelessness that like the corporation are going to get away with this bullshit tonight. You know, like
This feels like a weird, like, ambiguous bit on like the two-party system in the U.S.
did Brainbuster? Did you see what Sammy did about that a few weeks ago? On Raw?
I did see that.
Yeah.
What
Kinda
did
sucks that he
Sammy
has to
do?
that, but
He well you kind of have to see it, but he had a segment backstage with I think it was Jay and Jimmy,
Yeah.
and they were talking about Solo and Roman, and Jay was just kind of like, look, man, I know Roman's a piece of shit, but it's, you know, I know him and it's better than Solo. And Sammy's like, you don't have to pick, you know, you really don't have to fucking choose. You don't have to do that. And he's like, you can just stay out of it and let this mess figure itself out, and you can just not be involved.
So Sammy
Let's be
Zayn cost us the election. Okay, good to know.
Okay. In somewhere in Texas, Bruce Pritchard put his foot through the monitor that he was watching Monday Night Raw on that night.
God fucking damn it! Why?
Yeah. Texting
Why'd you let him
PSAs.
fucking do that? Why'd you let him say
Texting-
that shit?
Texting Michael Hayes. They're letting him run wild, brother.
You met Sammy pitching that to Hunter, and Hunter's like, as long as you're not endorsing Kamal, I might, you know.
All right. Anyway.
Can you imagine the alternative version that they struck down where he was like, look, fuck Roman, but like anything but fucking Solo Sikoa, guys. All right, we gotta band behind him. We'll figure it out. After we win the match, we'll you know.
we have to be careful. MJF was on this show. I'm trying, you know, the bidding war of 29. I'm trying to help that shit out, dude. I ain't trying to hurt it. You know what I'm saying? I like all of these people, man. Famously, I like all of these people. I don't dislike any of them.
What if Levesque said, I got an alternative written one? It's just like, maybe we should just stop demonizing Solo and the people that like Solo, and just maybe make some good.
This leaves Solo out of this, okay? I mean, this is, be careful with the verbiage. I understand that's what the context was, but let's just take it easy, right?
Jimmy, Jay, this isn't worth losing friends over. It doesn't matter who you choose, you know?
Are we really doing all this shit while the Undertaker takes a fucking heat segment too?
I've been sitting here like working overtime trying to think of a bit to do with the Undertaker, and nothing was coming to mind.
Well,
He's working him over, bro.
It's
He's
a kind of
him
bad
down.
ankle, just trying to. You know what he did, Brainbuster? He was like, I need to come up with some shit I can do where I don't have to jump. It's just like, all right, cool.
Luckily, he had our Arsenal by this point. He had a whole fucking repertoire of things to do in that case.
Where he doesn't have to leave his feet. Because Joe, as you know, like when Taker's healthy, he does that kind of like jumping back elbow thing when he hits the ropes. he goes up the top for like the old school and stuff.
Yeah.
He told Dewey, "Listen, kid, you're gonna help me out here."
Probably shouldn't have put him through to the second round, to be honest. But
they probably should have came up with something gimmicky to get him out of there. But
yeah,
you gotta look strong at least. There's no chance he doesn't. Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus!
fuck!
That must have hurt like hell, dude.
He did, yes.
What was his injury going into the Foley cell match? Was it like a broken foot or something? Didn't you have?
Bro, the entire second half of 1998, he has mobility issues because he doesn't properly take care of his foot or his ankle. And Joe, it gets worse in 99 because he never like really gets like any procedures done on that shit until like it gets really bad. And so like that's why by the middle of the year, like he's immobile and he's like working like he's fucking Henry Godwin or some shit. Speaking of which, did you see what Dave Meltzer called him? I posted that. He's talking about Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, Eddie's tremendous, but like, he's 5'6.5". He shouldn't go to WWF. He said like he's like 6 inches shorter than like the slugs like Southern Justice. He called them slugs. Southern Justice was the Godwins. And yeah.
Wow.
It was an interesting write-up because coming into 99, a bunch of those deals were coming up. The Steiners, Jeff Jarrett, Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, Rey Mysterio Jr., Chris Jericho, The Giant. Yeah, it was some interesting predictions. Dave was talking up Jericho like he was the best thing since sliced bread. He was like, man.
That's weird. He doesn't need to do that. I like him put over Jericho.
he said if Jericho goes to WWF, he'll be a top 3 wrestler. And he'll be like a Ric Flair style like heel for the next decade, basically.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was a little. He did obviously, he was more right than wrong, even if that was hilarious. Like
that's the thing.
His reasoning was correct too. Like Jericho's personality absolutely got him over the line in the WWF in the end. So
that's the thing. You read it and it's like he's not wrong, but it's just like relax, man.
Also, it reads differently now because
yeah. But no, he wasn't wrong. I mean, it took Jericho a couple months, but like pretty much from like Mania 2000 onward, he was really set in the company.
Yeah. There's always an adjustment period, dude. Like it's just they make you do that. Like they make you restart, right? And then they get you pushed up.
A lot of WCW guys say that like the in-ring style was weird to adjust to, which is interesting to hear. That like it was just kind of weird. Like
I think it even is just literal as the rings being different, like
yeah, it is a different ring.
Austin always talks about there you go. Austin talks about the WCW rings being like working rings, like the way you'd bump was it, and obviously, I mean, less so now, but the WWF in the 90s when you would make that jump, dude, those rings were like concrete, So
yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now I wish this theme played every time. I think it'd be even funnier if you just heard. Oh man!
If you haven't already liked the video for the Big Boss Man.
All right, Brainbuster. What do you think he's going to try to help Taker here? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Clearly,
he just has an issue with The Rock. That he just
told everybody at the top of the show that Taker and Kane they got their buys because they've been doing jobs for the corporation.
A little bit.
Who else is Big Boss Man going to help?
Rock
he just sat up.
They just bleep a cuss word?
Yes, but he also made a titty gesture, I think.
Yeah, to Paul Bearer.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I was like, what lady is he talking to? What's going on there?
He did the stomach and then
yeah, he's like, you fat fuck, and then
I'm offended.
Dude, that was a bit Dwayne. Like Taker letting someone do the sit-up spot was probably a really big deal backstage, man. Look at that, Ibou. Look at that. Look.
Oh,
there you go. That proves it. That proves it.
All right.
That proves it.
Losing my mind,
That proves
all right. My bad, guys. I was just
The unfortunate thing is I don't know who's doing a bit. What the fuck? What's going on in the show?
Did he not leave just now?
Who?
Boss Man.
No, he's just hanging out.
Oh, he just got them to the vehicle. I thought he got in.
No,
I thought he did too.
Taker's not going to win this tournament if he gets to the finals. He can't win this match, dude. Brock has to figure this out.
What's this degenerate?
Oh no, it's Glenn.
It's Fuck.
Oh, you fucking idiots.
Earl Hebner, can you do something?
I mean, I'm happy because Dwayne's our guy, but that's like, what is wrong with these two dudes?
Do we think that the Brothers of Destruction are going to join up with like the fucking corporation or something?
Oh, good one, bro. Yeah. The Brothers of Destruction. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. What, are they going to wear suits?
You know what I could see? I could see a situation where, like, look, Taker calls himself the Lord of Darkness, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he makes a group. Maybe it's like the Ministry of Darkness or something, and maybe they work with the corporation, and they're like, I don't know.
Dude, the Kane's never gonna wear a suit.
So you don't see a situation where
Never.
maybe like a corporate.
No. He'll never in his life wear a suit. Come on.
The best Kane ever was when Gallows dressed up as him for that 2-month run.
True.
That was crazy. I don't know, but you guys, I think we're gonna get some type of conglomeration deal of these bad guys.
Dude.
Conglomeration, Mop Briscoe.
Okay.
I think they're gonna call themselves like the corporate ministry or something.
Dude, you're reading into this too much. We've seen like multiple examples of how that's not true, and you're still trying to tell us this. I don't understand what you're trying to do here.
I've been watching this whole show, folks, and I think this is all one grand conspiracy led by Vince McMahon to unite all these forces.
Let me guess. Legento activity? Is that what's going on here? Is that what's going on?
Hey, man, there's something to that stuff, you know?
Over the past 3 days,
You would know, brother.
Look, man, do your own research.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, brother, you got any new tweets about Bronson Reed on the way?
Yeah, to come after your MJF post.
Those ones are paid direct from the source, bro.
You're feeling my bloodline angle, bro? Hell yeah.
That was incredible, bro. That tweet, that WrestleMania tweet that was like, fits like a glove. You assholes.
No, the funniest was Robert after Triple H dapped up Trump. He's tweeted something like, waiting for the WrestleMania post where that says that like Triple H and Trump are looking to create unity and peace or some shit, and I was dying. Hold on, Mick's talking. Let me actually listen to this.
Oh, Jesus.
He said, if you smell what the sock is.
Look at Michael Cole's face.
Oh my God, it's my favorite Booker.
Bruce Pritchard?
No, the other, Ryan James.
Michael Hayes.
Joe, that's insane.
Guys, should I make pizza rolls or pigs in a blanket for dinner?
Pigs in a blanket, bro.
Pigs
Oh my
in a
god.
blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. Okay. Let me go get those started in the air fryer.
It's good shit.
It's crazy that like Road Dogg was allowed to just walk around looking like that.
This is like the Acclaimed if they were straight. It's
I guess, yeah. There is truth
Look at
to
the
that.
fucking sign in the crowd. Oh my god.
There is truth to that comparison, like
It's
legitimately.
their
so.
whole catchphrase. That's insane.
How long is their run, the Outlaws?
97 to 2000.
And how much of that would you say there? Because when they're like at their peak, they are unbelievably over.
This year, it's 98.
So how long have the Acclaim now been a thing?
Late 2020. It's been 4 years. Wow.
Makes you think. And so 2022, I guess, would be there.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not like for like because Raw has like 6 million viewers at this point. Like it's different, but
and beyond that, like fans decided they were done with the Acclaim like a year ago.
Well,
Or
speak for
up,
yourself.
at least.
yeah.
The live crowds have been kind of like not as hot for them for a few months, I would say.
I liked that thing they were doing before Wembley where they were kind of being dicks and they had a little bit of an edge, you know, when they were mad at the FTR. I thought that stuff was like as good as that. Yeah, and they just didn't, nothing followed that, did they? They didn't win and then just moved on.
Oh my god, it's
Stinger,
Taz.
the most random tag team of all time.
AEW randomly dropping creative? That never happens, Joe.
It's the big man, Mark Henry, on Sunday Night Heat.
We were paid handsomely to promote Dynamite tonight, Kaden, please.
Are we doing a Grinalong on Wednesday?
Depends if they want to pay us for it, really. That's a joke,
buddy.
That John Schneider money coming in.
Maybe I misremembered this, but this match is terrifying because they try what they call a triangle match before like the formula for that was ever like figured out. So what you get is a match with 3 men at a time that are at all points thoroughly confused. And
this has big WCW 95 energy. Where's Knobs and Sags when you need them?
It's like, here's the thing. If like Mark Henry and D'Lo just worked the Outlaws, this would be totally like fine. But again, it's a 3-way where 3 people have to be in the ring at the same time. It's not overly agented. The formula for this has not been made. And so what you get is a bunch of people who are very fucking confused.
This is gonna fucking suck.
There was a sign in the crowd that said D'Lo,
no.
like D
How's that, Joe?
apostrophe L-O. Imagine being the cuck with the apostrophe.
Did you guys get like a jump cut to just the beginning of the match?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
What was that? Did someone do like a gorilla gesture or some shit? Like that? What did
Who would possibly do that? What do you mean? Is that a thing that happened back then? No, weird. I don't know.
Did Billy Gunn like do some like? Because we're watching and it's like Peacock was like, all right, we're gonna just jump a minute ahead.
That was weird.
Yeah, someone did something.
Someone absolutely. See, look what I'm saying. The headbanger dude's just standing there. He doesn't know what to do. They just don't know what to do.
Can I get a timestamp from one of you guys?
No.
I'm at 2:05, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Got it.
I always liked D'Lo's work. I always thought he was a good grabber.
I'm a big fan of D'Lo.
Oh,
He has like one of 2 good Val Venus matches ever at SummerSlam '98.
I think he's one of those guys who, like, in a different era, would have had a pretty deep catalog. To be honest,
Holy shit,
That was pretty sick.
that was pretty sick.
yeah.
Cornette's favorite tag team putting up numbers.
None of
here.
these none of these tag teams are bad. It's just
Yeah.
this is an insane format to throw people in. At least like if this happened now, like we know what triple dare matches are, and like they'd be like agented to fucking hell, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if you're aware of this, fellas, but Marsh and Thrasher recently signed Legends deals, and which meant like they got the figure treatment, and it was like a big deal, which is fucking insane. Like, respectfully, that is crazy. It was like it shows you how hot this era was, right?
Yeah,
like
literally, Joe, you know how I know that? How like fucking jobbers from these times can just have podcasts where they just speak like they're an authority on wrestling. When it's you are not the reason why any of these fucking seats were filled, dude. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and like, I remember they came. Do you remember they came back for that SmackDown run, like 2 matches?
It was preposterous because like the fans didn't remember them, and it was like, all right,
Of course. It's been like 17 years, dude.
yes. And if they weren't Steve Austin, like it's the fucking.
Yeah, it wasn't like they came back in like a Rumble. They just were just announced to be on SmackDown and wrestle the Usos.
Yeah. And like I said, like into this time, they were not even like they just existed.
Yeah, I wonder who are the acts from today that are going to have figures in 25 years, and like the kids of tomorrow will be like, oh, what a run he had. Who's it going to be?
Elias.
Pretty deadly.
Yeah.
Pretty Deadly is a good shout.
That's a good answer. Yeah,
The Colognes.
Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin, the tag run.
Joe, when 50-year-old Waller and Theory at a Raw reunion show like look at each other and they're like, they do the A-Town down gesture and high five. Like, oh shit, they're back together. Well, or there's a shitty like rolling stunner thing through the rope, you know, on some poor sap.
The Good Brothers did a great bit with that on Talking Shop recently. They were saying like, just put us in the Legends section now, because like they were joking about they're not on TV.
Oh, that's awesome.
They were like, put us next to Nash, you know. Imagine like you go to WrestleMania Access and they've got the big old school retro WWF logo over their heads, like the OC.
The thing is, part of the gimmick is they've been acting they've been 40 since they were like 32. So like,
Of course, bro.
Oh man,
That Nikita Lyons Legends deal is gonna hit.
he's not gonna get one, folks. She's one of the worst wrestlers on television.
I hear that. I've honestly never seen her wrestle. I don't really intend to change that. you
Don't
know?
ever change that. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
It's not even just like look, let me not do this. I'm not
Don't even do it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this.
There's a time
Road
though.
Dogg just took a great bump.
If this was just two teams working each other, it'd be quite nice.
Jesus, the bump of the
There's been
outside.
some good stuff in here. You just took a hell of a bump to the floor.
Yeah, that is true. Because none of these teams are bad.
Yeah.
That bump Road Dogg took was insane. What's
D'Lo has been legit good in this too.
Hell of a Frankensteiner there by D'Lo.
Oh goodness.
Of course, Jim Ross just calls it a Hurricane Rana.
And he did what you're supposed to do when you hit a cool move. You celebrate.
Gotta yuck it up. Just be like, hell yeah. D'Lo Brown looks like he would be. Let me think. I was gonna say he feels like he'd be an All Japan guy in a couple of years, but he literally was an All Japan
He
guy.
was. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That
era of All Japan is demented, bro. What was going on?
Keiji Muto has good taste. That's all I know.
I guess.
You know what it is, Joe? Like for a shoot, he was getting American tapes of Raw Nitros this time. And it's so funny. New Japan is like doing cool shit. Like Otani's working like Ultimo Dragon, and he's like, y'all need to get tapped in on New Age Outlaws, bro. Like this shit is fucking sick.
He's such a fucking sick freak. I hate him so much.
But that is kind of a real thing in general in terms of like the Japanese scene will have a reverence for like goofy US wrestling characters that the hardcore fans would never imagine, Like
he's on record, Joe, in like 2004 saying like Rock's one of the greatest wrestlers I've ever seen, and I've been watching for years, and it's a pleasure to meet him. And
hilarious. Oh my god.
Mark Henry rules, man.
Ooh. He's awesome.
Fucking rules. There's a show, I can't remember which one it is, but the crowd sings along his theme song in like 2013.
Oh yeah.
Give me a power bomb here, D'Lo.
D'Lo's put up 17 in this deal.
Bro, he is hustling. This actually isn't as bad as I remember. It's actually not even bad. It's like fine.
Honestly, I don't even think it's bad. I mean, again, this is one of those matches like it might not have a lot of heat. I don't know, but
it doesn't.
Yeah,
they don't.
I think Ara said something earlier, like this is kind of ideal Grinalong in that the action's so secondary, but it's still fun and
yeah, it's fun. Yeah,
so
I remember
it flies by.
This show was fun, but there's one match left.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We've just been podcasting.
There are some matches like that. There are some great wrestling matches that are not good Grinalong content, because they're just they're too wide. They're too wide.
You have to like be lock in and just kind of like. There's some great matches you have to kind of like sit in silence, like alone and just view it. I am tired of seeing Mosh/Thrasher's underwear. Like, please.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? It's aggressive.
And now he just flashed it at me. Like, please, dude, just relax.
Riley has only just like revealed to me. Just the fault has only hit my head by Riley's comment that they're eventually going to do like Festus Legend figures.
I'm so there.
It's fascinating me.
You know what? I found out that Jesse was like related to Terry Gordy, or he's his son, right? I found that like a couple months ago. It blew my mind. I was like, "What?"
Have you seen the famous "Fuck Dr. Death" story that comes from that? Have you seen this?
No, that's unfortunate.
Oh my god, bro! You need to see this ASAP. This is an all-time great story. I'll DM it to you now, and you can watch after.
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, like sincerely, one of the greatest wrestling stories ever.
Why is he slapboxing with Billy Gunn?
I don't know, man.
Oh shit! Taking him out back here.
I've stopped watching to find a YouTube link here. They got some time, these fellas, didn't they?
Yeah. Because they were likely figuring out how they're gonna execute this fucking finish of the main event. They're like, look. They're talking to Boss Man like, listen, Ray. All right, look. Let them have their fun until we tell them to go home.
Boss Man's so nervous.
He sweat. I mean, to his credit, Joe, you go from not being in his company where you're just kind of fucking around in WCW's undercard to now you're on Survivor Series 2 weeks WWF run, and they're telling you have 6 runouts. In run out number 3, you're doing this. Run out number 4, you're doing this. He's like, fuck, man.
And clearly, as we've seen on this show, it was a lot different to today. Today, that would be like a 2-week, procedure.
Yes.
Figuring out when and
this was like morning. This is like afternoon off, bro. Like, well, the creator was playing out for this for a little bit, but like the intricacies of the oh, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Love
good
that
at
move.
Spinebuster. Is
What is
that
Timmy-
a Spinebuster?
What's Tim White doing?
That was weird. I think, oh, that's what it was. It was supposed to be broken up, and he did the referee liberal thing of like
The brother.
Was that necessary?
just kind of like a shoot, man. If it ends, it ends. Who cares if the tag belts change hands? Just fucking.
Poor Tim White was not prepared to do a triple threat tag, bro. He has no fucking idea what's going on.
Y'all remember those Tim White skits they used to do? Where he would like
they
die
were
in all of them?
Insane.
Oh my god, that pile driver! That's the finish. The crowd erupted for that. What the fuck?
They did.
They went insane. They were like, yeah, fuck yeah. Fucking much for that finish. Jesus Christ. That was so weird. It was just murmurs for like 3 minutes straight, and then a pile driver, and they all went, rah!
Shit like that is so awesome because it tells you they actually were paying attention the whole time.
You know what it is? They're not used to the modern conventions of how a crowd should escalate, and this is awesome at the triple downs.
Yeah.
And
They're just watching it.
they're just watching it, and then Allah's running. They're like, let's go.
It is absurd how much more Jack Billy Gunn is now. Like seriously.
And he's in good shape here.
He's in great shape. Yeah, he looks more like an athlete here, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Now it is a good
All right. Well, never
for
mind.
fuck's sakes.
we're putting the guy over,
Yeah.
He has to show us his ass. It's like, did that do anything for you, Kaden? Did that?
I'm gay, and that did nothing for me.
You were gonna be the gauge. It's like, did that did that work for you? Did Billy Gunn's ass?
Bruce
Nothing.
Bruce Pritchard stroking his chin on 83 weeks. Something for everyone. Something for everyone. That's what makes the WWF special,
You know what's funny is at this time Russo's looking at this and he's like, I'm telling y'all, bro, Billy's the next one. Billy is he really believed that going into 99, like Billy Gunn was the next guy they're gonna elevate and make a main eventer.
Yeah. That was a case where Dwayne was not so selfless.
He was like, fuck no, man. They could have done something with D'Lo. They could have maybe done something with Doc Death.
Doc Death.
Joe, Jim Ross was really mad that they didn't make him like a main eventer to work Steve Austin.
Of course, dude.
He thought it was Joe. Anytime he'd come out for like a 3-minute Raw match, Jim Ross is talking him up like, guys, I swear he's awesome. Like, I swear to God, he's good.
He loved him so much, bless him. It is legitimately sad that Brawl for All ruined their friendship because Jim loved him so dearly. It's a shame.
You know, it's a shame the fact that Owen Hart was injured at this time because man, he would have been awesome in this tournament.
Fucking love Owen.
Yeah.
Well, Ibou, I don't know. I also was curious about the Observer at this time. I looked at it a little bit. There was a note they taped Saturday Night Heat before this show.
Okay.
And they did like a skit where Owen came down from the rafters, obviously as Blue Blazer.
Oh no.
And they stopped him like halfway as a joke on Sting, which is harrowing to think about now.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Completely in isolation, that's a funny rib.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like funny rib. I think it's like LOL, the Raptors.
Yeah.
Work, But yeah.
It's wild.
It's main event time, folks. Mankind clearly in the pocket of the corporation is taking on Dwayne Rock Johnson.
We have just gotten out of the ad for our non-Peacock Premium Plus viewers. So Joe, I'm going to ask you to call something out. Preferably that's happening on the show, and we'll sync up for the last time.
Mick just rolled in the ring.
Mick is talking to commentary for me. He just rolled in the ring.
Yeah, see.
Just over the ring.
I'm a bad person to do it because my one's like 2 minutes shorter, I think, sadly.
Okay, someone up top has to pause, I think, at a moment, so we can all, because that was about 10, 15 seconds before ahead of me, Joe. So
Rock game just hit for me.
Yeah, I've just paused
Okay,
a
that
couple
just-
seconds. I was close to where Ibou was. I was just a couple seconds.
Yeah, I think I'm the furthest ahead, so I will pause as soon as the camera cuts to the rock. That's where I paused.
The camera just cut to the rock for me.
Yeah.
all right, just cut.
I was gonna say, reading the Observer, it was crazy how much WWF 2000 was like a game changer for like the promotions, like the way they do things. Because Eddie's giving Dave's giving advice for what like all these free agents should do, and like all of what he said at the time of like late '98 made sense because he's kind of like, yeah, Eddie should stay in WCW. He said Benoit could make it work because his work is gritty enough to like get over, even though he's undersized. But he basically was like broadly like a lot of these undersized good workers should just not make the jump because even if they're frustrated, like they're not going to do anything in WWF. And like by 2000, a lot of those undersized dudes were there, like getting over and like doing things in WWF. So it's great. Oh, they're sending Boss Man home.
Probably for the best.
It told him we're good for this tonight, buddy.
Well, Ibou, I mean, this would be a good test. You know what I mean?
Right.
If the Rock is gonna do anything with the corporation, it'd be now.
Yeah, and you'd have to find out from like the head honchos of Shane and Vince because Boss Man's gone.
So I don't think we have anything to worry about. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think it's just two baby faces, or baby face kind of with Mick, but like two guys who are just gonna have a wrestling match, and nothing's gonna happen, and one guy's gonna win, beat the other guy.
That's what this sport is all about. That's what sport's built on.
It's for all the marbles, folks. This is the finals of the Deadly Game tournament, which has flown by. We're at the end of the show. We have seen 12 matches on this show. Can you believe
13, I believe.
It doesn't. What? It's just like what? Like we've seen 13 matches. That's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a single thing about most of them.
That's awesome.
That's the way it should be.
That's
Since we're all synced up, we're at 220, 36, 37, 38, 39. Now we can lock in.
Yep. That's exactly where I'm at.
I was gonna say, what's it called? Joe, how long would it take for modern Peacock era WWF to get through 13 matches on a one night show?
About 2 days.
After match 7, you get a jelly roll performance.
Look, I
saw
some pictures of Jelly Roll today that ruined my opinions of that man.
Did you see the what are your opinions of fucking Jelly Roll? Anyways, he like had a quote where he was like, "I caught the bug, brother. I want to get back in there."
Yeah, I was like, "Shut up, dude."
The truth is, genuinely, this is a show for its time.
Yeah,
and like, I do wonder what a modern audience would do with this. Like, legitimately, I don't know. I think WWF could do it with their live crowds because they're over again, a lot of their guys.
Mm-hmm.
This would be like a very controversial show among hardcore fans if it happened today. Very controversial.
Well, you'd have to meet it in the middle conceptually. You'd have to meet it in the middle. So like, I think what would work would be like a one night. Do you think one night eight matches would work?
I think an 8-person tournament could, like, if you did like eight, let's say like 10 people, so you still do the buys. I think that could work.
Yeah.
Even that, people. Here's the thing, Joe, and to your point, if they did like kind of like
they did for this one,
if you had like 3 to 4 fuck finishes, like people would just be crying like all day long. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so story heavy that it like actively sacrifices work rate. So it's
And with the grapplers of today, if you put a bracket and people look at the bracket on paper and they fucking start creaming their pants with the graphics, and then you do the fuck finishes, they'd be super mad. So
yeah, it's an interesting thing. It is genuine. I don't know how it would go. I'm not sure.
You'd have to try it as a TV special first and see, rather than a paper.
Yeah. Again, it's more. I can see it more now because they've got baby faces over again.
Yes.
If you asked me 6 years ago, I'd be like, "There's no way. Yeah, no chance."
Who would I'm trying to think of like. Because I'm trying to think of if they emulated this thing. Like, could you just imagine, Joe, like Chad Gable, tidy 6 minutes with like fucking LA Knight or some shit? You know,
people would be so mad. Andrade's match goes 4 minutes, he gets eliminated.
counted out or some shit, and then like the guy he faced like made it to the round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That,
Like,
the actual, like, we have fun with it. It used to be better stuff, but the actual thing that makes Graps interesting is that it's not so much better or worse, it's different in it. It's always different. Like,
well, the good thing about different is with different, you can study different, and you can cherry pick what worked with the different and see would that work now, and then how would that affect this and that.
and
That's
sometimes it does. Like, sometimes what's old becomes new again, and like,
LA Knight.
always remember. Obviously, it's on a lower level, but like when Jarrett came to AEW and he did the Jarrett match with the Acclaimed, and it got over huge in front of like arena crowds. That was such an interesting moment because people were so tired of that match 15 years earlier, but they hadn't seen it for a while.
It's insane.
Yeah. And so suddenly the Jeff Jarrett, bells and whistles was like, this is awesome. And it is awesome. It's just he did it too much. Like,
dude, he did that in TNA. And I remember like in 2009 reading like YouTube comments and people like, man, Jarrett fucking sucks. I hate he's garbage. He's this and that. And I bought into it for a while. I was like, yeah, man, Jarrett does think. And it is just interesting to see like he goes to AEW and people love it, or people generally like that whole shtick.
Yeah, it's
just fascinating.
All about time, context, audience, setting, and also like where it's at in the show.
Yeah, all that stuff, man. It's why like if WWF or WWE did this now and they did like a bunch of those short first round matches, what would make me mad, Joe? Is if it works for the show and then I got to see a fucking WrestlePure spreadsheet with like asking me what my score is for like round match, like round 2. You know what I mean? It's like, what did you rate this 4-minute bout between fucking Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston? It's like, leave me alone, dude. I don't like.
I'm still mad about that Jeff Jarrett rating that he gave out earlier, Dave. There's still mad.
Which one?
The Jeff Jarrett Al Snow match. They rated. What did he give it, Buster?
Oh, a dud.
Right?
Give it a dud.
Yeah. A dud, yeah, piece of shit.
So take it easy, man.
Oh, Jesus. Where are they going here?
We're taking it to the streets, folks. I was worried he was going to just drop him straight on the concrete, which Mick Foley may take a concrete bump at some point imminently soon.
I'm sure. Sounds like something he would do.
Yeah. Rock lost the garbage can and just picked it back up.
I agree with the chat. NXT would be the best fit to do something like this.
Yeah. Yes, that's actually true.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, Jesus wept. Here it comes.
Oh.
He's just so big, so it's like, huh?
Fuck.
When Mick falls, it's just like, damn, man,
If he didn't have the backside that he has, he would probably have died many years ago.
So sick. It just feels like his back fat saves him a lot,
Oh my god, someone said Rich Holland can be Boss Man.
No, see, that's the thing. Boss Man, because we love Boss Man, like that it worked tonight, but like can you imagine Ridge Holland walking out 6 times to just to do the bidding of Ethan Page? Like,
this match is fascinating because they're calling like all of this.
Yeah.
They've both gone to a hold, and they are like, Dwayne is yelling shit, dude. Look at Dwayne, how much Dwayne's talking.
The only thing they had pre-planned, literally, the only thing they had pre-planned was the finish. The rest
Dwayne
is
talking as much in this match as like you'll see. There's very few main event matches with this much talking, dude.
And you know what's kind of sick about that is he's been on TV for 2 years, and he's able to do that. And it's just because of how people like got into the game before, when it comes to reps and preparation and training and shit.
It's challenging because obviously, with what they, in fear of doing spoilers, with where they're going, it's interesting, right? Like, it's a very, you have to kind of walk a tightrope.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus.
I will always love that move.
It's crazy because Mick basically just bangs his hip against the apron, but like, that's the move.
Someone needs to bring that back.
Yeah. Darby Allin.
Hell yeah. Oh no.
Oh my god, Brody King could do that.
Jesus. Referees discretion. Give me a cactus elbow. We haven't gotten that all night. Let's get a cactus elbow.
You said that like you were like ordering food, Is it one of those cactus elbows?
Jesus Christ.
Let me get a cactus elbow. Let me get a.
Oh shit!
Shit!
Oh my god!
It's interesting. Most weapon on weapon deals look like shit. They actually look like
Oh my
legitimately
god!
violent when it
it makes
Nick's
the
bump
go,
on that. Nick's bump on that was fantastic. Like that chair shot didn't even look particularly that bad, but Mick's bump on it was awesome.
Yeah.
Relative.
and the Family Guy pose on the floor.
Yeah,
he doesn't have-
exactly. Yeah,
he has that like, you know what I mean? That,
his arms all bent.
that shit used to always crack me up when I was younger. It's just oh my god. I used to do that with my friends, the fucking Peter Griffin, like the arm behind the back. I'm just visualizing it dying. Maybe this makes me a piece of shit, man, but just something about when Mick just gets clapped in the fucking dome with a chair, you know? This is nothing. Oh, it's nothing like it, folks.
The rep needs to be fired for this. He's come on now.
Earl
This is
Hebner,
blatant cheating.
Earl Hebner has been an epicenter for controversy for a long time, and I think here he just doesn't want this match to end because of him.
That's it. Yeah.
Earl,
It's for the world title. Dude. We can't end the show with a vacant belt, right?
it's the world title match. The Survivor Series the year before, he was part of the most controversial event.
I was about to say, isn't this a year after?
I haven't heard about that. What was that?
Yeah, so Mick was working Sean, and he was leaving the WWF. And
Oh, really? Wait, Brett left the WWF?
yeah, and so like he didn't want a job to Sean, but they didn't want to have him beat Sean either. It was tough. Give me a cat here.
Look, when you say it, it sounds really interesting. I'd love to hear you talk about that more.
Oh, let's go.
Sounds kind of straightforward to me. Brett didn't want to do work.
Oh.
Brett screwed himself.
He did. He took it on his knee. Did you see the way he landed? Normally he takes it more on his side and his back and his arse, dude. He just landed his knee there. That was crazy.
He's a bad motherfucker, Joe. That's what's going on.
One of the all-time greats.
Mick Foley fucking rules.
All-timer.
Oh my god.
What's going on here? Is Mick gonna?
If
Yeah,
Mick
with a
goes
big elbow drop?
does something like this, table's gonna blow up. If he, what's he?
It's already looking a little bendy, brother.
That table.
Arn Anderson's having the time of his life.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
Arn!
That rocks. That fucking rocks.
Completely missed. Hell yeah!
Just took an arse bump from the fucking announce table to the floor.
That was more like a psycho guillotine leg drop, like where he's draping and he just drops. You know what I mean? That's so sick. Is that a fan?
Yeah, Jim's very hot. Sweating bullets.
It's November, dude. Grow up.
It's a tough gig, dude. He's got to commentate on 14 matches.
With Lawler next to him.
Yeah, you all are just yelling in his ear the whole night. Like he's got.
It's about tits and shit. Yeah. He's gonna go. Undertaker is the Lord of Darkness. Bobby, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, goddamn. Like, hey, I'm trying to get this. I'm commentating Taker and Kane here, bro. Like,
I think that is an underrated Foley is crazy spot. And like I get there's obviously there's some, iconic ones, but that is like an insane spot, dude. He misses,
Yeah,
he just like
completely.
I genuinely like it more than if it was like one of those clean modern table breaks through the announce table.
Yeah, because it comes off like a crazy person just on the fly coming up with something to do. Like
Yes. That's why Mankind is a gimmick. It was one of those things like when WWF like threw gimmicks on people that came from other places, it was usually like bleh. But like Cactus Jack being this like worked.
mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Dude,
Dwayne,
This is
Dwayne stopping mid-run so he could actually get him up over.
I like the like attritional quality to this too, Joe. There's like
scrappy in it.
these guys have just been working all night, man. They're shoot tired and they're like tired in the match and they're beat up and it's been a long night.
They've done a good job in the sense that early on, like they didn't seem to know where to go with the match, and they've got into a groove now. They've found their way.
Bit of urgency in this little part here.
Yeah.
And
Great DDT.
this is before
Ooh,
I just that was great.
Sweet.
And this is before, Joe, they've kind of figured out the formula of their matches because like from the beginning of 99 on, it's just one guy's gonna be a heel, the other guy's gonna be a baby face, and it's just gonna be dishing out punishment. But here it's like they got to figure out the middle ground.
Yeah, because it isn't a natural I mean, they're a natural clash of personality, but they're not a natural pairing in ring. They just find it through, as you say, just kind of blunt brutality.
Yeah, and they did find it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, some of those are iconic.
Absolutely.
You find a way with top guys. You're going to find a way eventually.
And like I kind of pointed out earlier, like mixed effort levels over the course of the night have increased. Oh my God.
Goodness gracious.
Jesus.
What's
Oh,
happening?
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Is him.
Holy shit.
Fucking girls.
I can't imagine why that dude's hips are fucked up, man. Can't imagine.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Oh, look at those chairs, though. Those are sick.
Shades of Evil Uno.
That was godly.
Don't get Novi going again about evil.
We don't need to talk about Evil Uno,
Oh,
bro.
the way that the front of the table, like,
Dude,
oh, that was gross.
God.
No paywall on this show, brother. We do that on Relight the Fuse.
Dwayne's just like ad-libbing shit now. He's hitting the lid.
Take that, bitch. You know, he realized as it lands, like that's actually not a hard object. It's like, all right, okay, whatever.
Oh.
It's time for the people's elbow, folks.
Here we go. Feel the mana.
I feel the mana. This is a very good main event.
It is. Yeah,
Bang!
on rewatch, it's definitely the best match on the show.
Yeah.
This is very good.
Mick kicked out.
You almost had him. Stay on him.
So durable, man.
In general, Rock's had a. This is not even his in-ring prime, and he's had a good night.
Yeah.
Once he gets him with that bottom, it's over.
Dirty deeds.
Was that a Death Rider?
Buster said dirty deeds.
Glorious DDT.
30 days.
Hey, that was no glorious DDT, bro. That move was sweet. That was like the Impale DDT.
Shit.
Right? Oh no!
Oh.
The mandible claw. The mandible claw. The mandible claw.
Hang on. Come on. Don't let them fuck you.
Rocky.
98 was
Mana.
Kill
the fucking mana.
Feel the mana.
Damn, he's done, bro.
Oh shit. He's fading.
DG.
One.
Get up. Come on.
2 arms.
2.
It's over.
Oh my goodness gracious. Last
Oh!
second.
Oh!
Our valiant hero, our valiant champion against the corporation.
I am beating the fuck out of my arm. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, rock bottom.
The way that Mick did that thing that people used to do on the Sister Abigail, like when you get in that position, you're just doomed. Like you can't do anything. Like I'm compromised.
You gotta pin him. He's taking too long on the pin here.
Come on, Rock.
Come on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fuck.
Come on, Rock.
Get him again. Stay on him. Come on.
I gotta say, Joe, because a lot of the earlier matches are so brief.
Sick eyebrow.
The hell?
Yeah. Feels
Mean
epic,
eyebrow.
Joe, because the other matches were so brief, now like this feels like what's the word I want to use? It stands
Oh
out.
my God.
Epic.
What is happening?
What the fuck?
What just happened?
No.
Oh Jesus! Not Hebner again.
Oh no, Earl. No.
That's got to be a ref prop. That's got to be a ref error. There's no way.
What's
What the
happening?
fuck
Until they
just
take his
happened?
license, dude.
What just happened?
It's a
What
ref.
do they
It's a
take
ref
his
thing.
license?
It's a ref thing. They're gonna. I don't know.
No
What?
way.
Mick
Oh, no way.
No
Mick didn't
shit.
tap. Mick would never tap.
Oh.
Did Vince call for the bell?
Oh Jesus, no.
That's
The
Vince were in on it.
just happened.
I fucking knew it. I
Oh,
fucking knew
Jesus.
it.
how much they pay you, you son of a bitch.
Look at this.
Oh, let's hear this piece of shit.
Wow. A dark day.
They're throwing garbage in the ring.
Damn right.
We need Steve Austin to come out here and make this right, guys.
We need a hero.
Mick screwed Mick.
The people screwed the people?
Is
What are you
Mick going
talking
to, do you think Mick's going to WCW?
He should.
Should.
Yeah.
They're fucking on him like this. He should go.
Imagine Cactus Jack versus Mitsuharu Misawa.
Oh,
Just saying.
wow. Look at poor Mick. He had no clue. Hold on.
Can't believe poor Mick was getting played.
Oh man.
All I can feel is just sorry for Mick at this point. I'm
Yeah.
pissed at The Rock, but fuck.
I'm still confused.
This
Dude.
is not the guy I called my role model.
Pretty Bro said it in the chat, and he's right. How is Dwayne like able to wrest the belt like that? It's very impressive.
What is
Devil magic, clearly. Because he's working with them.
Look at it. Look at it, dude.
So wait. Let me get this straight.
Yes.
The Rock was in it like the whole time.
Yes.
Like this was all planned.
Yes.
Oh,
Plan.
fuck.
Which means that Big Boss Man isn't incompetent. He was just
I'm
Big-
canceling my WWE
big-
network.
Well, Ibou, I think I owe you an apology.
Yeah. I was right, dude. At the end of the day,
hashtag cancel WWE Network. Get trending.
Boss Man was the appointed replacement opponent for Rock. He let him roll him up, and then he gave him the nightstick, and then now here we have this finish here.
I apologize.
And poor Mick Foley was strung along this whole time.
I'm going to tweet, how could The Rock do this?
Can you tweet
You know-
hashtag cancel WWE network?
Shane's a pussy.
The reason this actually works, and the reason this is legitimately Russo's
Biggest
great triumph, is
Yeah.
'cause it actually makes sense.
complete sense.
The issue is because he is a complete fucking buffoon.
He doesn't know why it worked.
He doesn't know why it worked, and he thinks the reason it's good is just because of the twist. So
This
then
is-
he would do twists without any of the foundation, or the groundwork of this.
Oh, hold
Because,
on.
of course-
Dwayne is talking.
Oh god,
Ah,
what a beast!
it's funny because a lot of heel Rock promos are just white people suck.
Poor Mick.
He's doing this like puppy dog routine.
Very Terry Funk. The way he'd turn that on,
Yeah,
Very
he's
Terry
just,
Funk.
what's going on here, Vince? Like, Then he said, "You don't get it, man." Mick.
Oh, Mick's ability to be.
Ah, this is so simple.
Oh,
It's fucking disgusting.
Damn.
he's definitely going to WCW. Right? He's going to join the NWO.
This is a great angle
It is, yeah, it is.
because Mick is delusional and just kind of like, what's happening? And it's
Mick's
like, brother,
amazing, dude. Mick can be scary. He can be sympathetic. He can be sappy.
so bad.
He's
Shades
be
of Wheeler
stupid.
Yuta and Brian Danielson.
you know what's brilliant about it though, Joe? In the TV leading up to this, he's kissing up to Vince, but it's not in like a. As a viewer, you're not like, oh fuck you, Mick. It's just kind of like this is kind of sad. He's like,
yeah. They want him to. They want better than that for Mick, right? That's the thing.
yes. He's like seeking validation and acceptance from the boss, and it's very clear watching the show that like Vince doesn't respect him.
Yeah, very much so. Very, very much.
This
Put the belt around Dwayne's waist. He said, "Fuck that."
you know what else is brilliant about this is on a main event level, this sets the path to Mania 15 really well.
Yeah, man.
Because
Broad strokes, brother.
here's the thing. Austin is over in 98. But like he'd been padding time with Taker and Kane for
Oh my
There
god.
he
Let's
is.
go!
There he
Oh,
fucking
let's
is.
fucking go!
Come get
Get
him.
him!
God bless America.
Go get his ass.
God bless him.
Steve is in great shape, dude.
Austin almost has this satisfied grin of like,
Go, Steve.
let's
Go,
go!
Steve.
Let's fucking go!
Get him. Come on.
Let's fucking go!
Come on, come on. No, Steve.
Oh,
get
you,
the-
Oh, Jesus
No,
Christ.
no,
Come on.
fuck.
No. Fight back! those like
Get up.
Look at
The
look at
flared,
the-
the
Oh,
flared
yeah.
kicks he does.
Oh, that's so funny.
Here we go.
go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
Ah!
Get him, Steve.
Hell yeah!
He hit him in the eye. No, fuck you, bitch. Stunner. Fuck you.
Give it to him again.
Get him
out of here, Steve. Oh, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
That's your fucking belt. That's your belt.
Let's
See,
go.
how do you
God bless.
This is magic. Yeah,
do you
talk to
think
him.
there would be?
He threw it at him.
Oh my god! in the world today of like the live tweeting and such, and every show having a post-mortem, do you think there would be a conversation about?
He said that's for dick riding.
Do you think there would be a conversation about doing the Austin deal in the end of the heat? Like, do you think people would feel like it was too soon to immediately have the baby face? I mean, it was great for Grinalong purpose. I wonder if it'd be a debate nowadays. I wonder.
Probably. I'll say this respectfully I'll say this: the IQ level of 1998 fans at wrestling shows, you kind of needed that to kind of like spell out to them like the good guy will come after Rock.
The bad guy, yeah.
He will. It is okay. Don't be mad. He will come after him, and this is the big match. This is the big one.
What's really interesting is comparing that to if that exact angle was done today, that angle where Dwayne turns would be so much more like cinematic and dramatic.
Oh, he's not done. He's not done.
Oh, just fucking cheesy.
Yeah, every camera shot of that would be like a thing, you know.
When Rock did the I raised eyebrow to Vince, like that would be like zoomed in and zoomed out and like
it's interesting, isn't it? Like
then,
it's easy to forget that was not the norm at all, dude. Like that's not a thing that was wrestling.
you almost have to piece together what's happening in an angle like as it happens, rather than like they're telling you and spelling it out to you.
I honestly think that's like a lot of people don't even realize that's been such a big change in wrestling that's just like normalized.
The worst is when a guy turns heel now. They look like they're having like an aneurysm with their eyes. They kind of flicker their eyes like, I'm being possessed by the darkness. Like
the Finn Balor one's the example I always use because he just that facial expression he did was like,
it's very funny to be honest.
Yeah, it is very funny. Yeah, very bad, but very funny.
The last 20 minutes of that show was fucking awesome.
I had a great time, dude. I mean,
that main event business was sincerely like sick. And
all the show builds to it, right? So
it completely builds to it. And it makes sense, and it makes it like feel like everything happened for a reason, and it was like worth it, and like getting through it to that point. I thought it was pretty well executed.
Very, very much so.
It's why, like, I think there have been better pay-per-views that are technically credited to Vince Russo's name as a booker, but I get why this is the one people point to as like him as an idea guy, like putting together something that really worked super well.
Yeah,
you know?
Because it's the one that's great for like the quintessential Russo reason, right? That's
correct.
Right.
Yeah, because other times he just happens to be the guy in the back there with like whoever else, and the show just happened to be good because the guys worked hard and the matches were good. Here it's like him basically being like, we should do this tournament. It should lead to Rock's heel turn. This will lead to Foley Rock and Rock and Austin at Mania, and we'll do it this way and blah 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 blah. And
yeah. Maybe it's his magnum opus after all. I don't know. Nara has become a member. Welcome aboard. LNG Gold. I'm about to do some plugs in a second. We got a lot coming up, I think. I don't actually know if that's true or not. I'm gonna figure it out.
Brainbuster, I don't know if you remember this. I recommended you the Raw after this. They do Rock and Austin in the main event.
I've watched it.
That sounds like Russo.
It's very good.
It's a forgotten. It's fucking incredible.
It's very good. It's
tremendous. And so they just go balls to the wall for like 11 minutes into a DQ, and then it's set up like the way the finish is set up. It pretty much like drifts them apart in a way where it's going to take Austin like months to get back there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, like you reiterate the actual direction, and then you split the guys into differing ones. Obviously, Rock gets married to Foley, and
Austin's just dealing with Vince and what Vince is next. So because they had to drift off on Boss Man, the new guy as the stumbling block was Paul White, who would debut very soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who I recently learned that when they were doing like a convention or something, both WWF and WCW were there, and the Big Show like snuck off because he knew he was going to WWF and took photos so they could start making his figure already before he left. So apparently, like, I haven't seen it, but apparently Show's first figure is him just in like normal clothes.
That sounds like the business two very talented Mexican men have been doing in the background. But
that's another topic for another day, I suppose.
The men that are currently off television and are waiting for the legal okay from the lawyers. Yeah.
We'll see what happens, folks. Let's do some plugs. Brainbuster. Tell me what's happening. You had some news in terms of the Graps podcast, brother.
Oh yeah. We're gonna cover Full Gear, which will be Thursday. and then we're going to take a bit of a break to, come together, brainstorm some new shows that isn't covering one of the most exhausting fucking promotions in the world on a weekly basis.
TNA.
No.
MLW.
Well, I can't say I bought a ticket to their show like 48 hours ago. So
I considered going to DPW today because they're in my backyard.
Yeah, they're in Jersey, right?
That show looked unfortunate, to be quite honest with you.
So that's the thing. My brother doesn't watch any wrestling, which is kind of like, there's an indie show happening in this place, and I was like, yeah, it's called DPW. I don't know what that was.
It's no Super Battle.
Sure. That's it though. Yeah, we'll have a new episode out on Thursday, and then after that, it'll be like probably next year we'll start up again.
Ibou, you're aware you get like jumped at DPW, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I just showed my face and people are like, fuck you, dude. What are you doing here?
Well, I mean, to be fair.
I'm glad AEW's running Hammerstein, so I don't have to go to the GCW show in Hammerstein. This is a random anecdote.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Because you feel obligated spiritually to go if they're running wrestling there. You know what I mean? For me, it's like 30 minutes away. I could just go. And it was like, fuck, do I got to go to GCW? And then Tony was like, nah, we're doing a collision. I'm like, thank you.
He's doing a double shot, right? He's doing Final Battle too, right?
Best believe I'm calling out of work and just going to both. Yeah.
Respect. Novi, what's the latest with the channel, brother?
YouTube.com/@Noviak. We dropped a video yesterday where I filled out a Continental Classic. I built it out, get all our participants, stuff like that. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. EST. You got the pre-show. Have no idea who's going to be on it, but probably two guys to see on screen potentially. Who knows? Friday, we kicked the British man off, just like last time, and we'll be previewing Full Gear. It's going to be a great show. I think 11:05. I think
11:05. I'm going to try and put Marcus. He doesn't know that yet. Marcus, if you see this, I'll DM you tomorrow.
Hopefully we have Marcus. It's going to be a great show. Very excited for it. We'll surely have a lot of temperatures to read. And then the Monday after that, Match Review Monday, Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida, Holiday Bash, covering it. That's all that's going on.
Oh my God. All right. Kaden Lee, what's the latest?
Yeah, I will be on Friday on the Late Night Grin to preview AEW Full Gear. The Full Gear Grinalong is next Saturday. Maybe I'll be joining Novi on Wednesday if he gives me the call. Relight the Fuse. We will be doing AEW Full Gear next. We were supposed to do it on December 5th, but I will be going to Creed. So we will find a new date and get that to you guys soon. We'll work on getting that. I graduate in less than 30 days from college, so that's what my life is like for the next 30 days. I don't care about wrestling anymore.
Yeah, on the Full Gear show, the Relight the Fuse. Last time things got a little crazy. Last hour, we're gonna try to get Chuck back on to rein us in a little bit. So we're gonna work with her on that one, and hopefully we'll be able to bring her on for the next edition.
All right. That works for me. Ibou, what's coming up? I know you're a very busy man these days.
Oh yeah, listen, folks. I'm open and I'm taking dates and I'm taking I'm hitting the towns and all that jazz. Listen, if you want me on your podcast, just shoot me a DM with a serious inquiry, and we can absolutely work out a date where I can do your show and I will be on your show. I will promote your show heavily and all that jazz. So listen, book me on your podcast today. Serious inquiries only. Just DM me. It doesn't matter how big or small your show or your audience is. It does not matter. I will happily do a show on a 1 subscriber account. You can even start up a podcast with me as your first guest if you so choose to do that. I actually took a date with somebody who I was their first ever podcast. So go for it. Beyond that, you can catch me on Worldwide tomorrow. I have no clue what we're gonna do on that show because there's no wrestling that happened this weekend that's jumping out to me that needs.
Can you please cover Survivor Series 98 like it happened?
Oh,
that was a real pitch. There was one. We got close. There was when Worldwide was really like we didn't have anything to talk about. Wrestling was boring. We had this idea that we were going to do a 92 episode where we would read the Observer.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
We would just deadpan be like, "So Brett's contract's coming up or whatever," you know.
Could you imagine being like, so we'll take some. What do you guys think Bret Hart should do with this free agency? And do you think Ric Flair fits with this WWF mold right now? I know the steroid scandal is kind of crazy.
I do wish we did that, man. It's just
I listen last week on the Raw. If you missed the Raw review, watch it. What we did on this week's Raw review was we just watched Misawa versus Vader, and then we just got off the air. So Yeah, Joe actually saw a comment on like some like that Melcher says what guy like complaining about me. So one of the replies was like, I checked out one of their Raw reviews. They didn't even review Raw. I just died.
For true, fair.
I was like, I guess, but yeah, watch this week's Raw review where we don't talk about Raw at all. We just watched Miss Saba versus Vader and talked about like random things. And beyond that, I'll probably watch some wrestling tonight. I don't know what. I keep telling myself I'm going to catch up to Dragon Gate. Let's see if tonight's the night it happens. I'll probably end up watching like Ricky Steamboat. Nobody started cracks like he ain't doing that shit.
Dude, they've uploaded a Macho Man Randy Savage mixtape to Derby Vault. You should check
It's
it out.
3 hours long.
Stop it, Joe. I'm trying to catch up to Dragon. I'm trying to tell myself.
I'm honestly tempted to do a fucking Grinalong for that at some point. That
I'm
Randy
so
Savage
down.
video.
I will
Enough
be
of
there
that.
if that happens.
We may have to do that.
Bro,
I
don't think you need to watch King of Gate, brother. I think you leave that one in the past.
It was ass.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it'd be very fun.
Novi hasn't watched a single Dragon Gate match in the history of his life.
That's not true. I watched one earlier this year.
That's not very true. Would have been a crazy response.
I was worried because like I thought Novi saw it, thought it was ass, and was like, "Bro, stay away, dude." You know. But,
No, I think the match is probably
No, Novi's just
fine.
looking at the card and went like, "Oh, it looks like ass." That's all I saw.
Yeah. I'm good on that one,
Yeah,
brother.
so we'll see. I'm gonna watch wrestling tonight. Probably it'll be fun. We're gonna start up the Discord soon. It'll be run by me, Ao, Chris, and Rob. It'll basically be where we move the Back of Hangman side Sunday night spaces as well as other spaces. It'll be very interactive. You'll get my live reactions to every wrestling TV that I consume because I'll just play it on the Discord. We'll be watching old stuff. We'll be taking match recommendations, so on and so forth. So you can look forward to that coming very, 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 very soon. Beyond that, you can follow me at Back of Hangman on Twitter and Blue Sky, which I still don't know what to do with my Blue Sky account, but it exists, and we'll see what happens. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun.
Yes, it was tremendous. I will be back tomorrow to do the new trial run of My Match Monday, where I just talk about what I watched in the last week. And I intend to discuss Saturday night's main event. That'll be my plan. We'll see how it goes. I have a couple other things in the works, but there's going to be a show more, a very loose show. We'll see how that goes for JHP members. Also, this week we're doing a retro pape, aren't we? This week is that Thursday? When did we put that?
I think
for
we're doing
us?
that Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday. Okay, so well, you were there for this, Buster, right? We was looking at our calendars and stuff. Buster,
November
Yes.
21st.
He was not here for this.
Oh, I
Okay.
wasn't.
Thursday, November 21st at 9 Eastern, I believe is what we settled on. There's going to be a retro pay-per-view Grinalong for It Used to Be Better members and up. There will be a poll probably tomorrow. We'll pick a pay-per-view. Well, you guys will pick the pay-per-view. I'll pick 4 of them and you'll select from them. That's how polls work. So that's coming up. Also this week, I don't know, man. There's some other stuff, I think. Oh, the Full Gear stuff, right? Full Gear that's been
Yes.
discussed before. So
Are you going to be on the preview, Joe?
I'll not be on the preview.
Coward.
Nobody's in charge. I'll be on the thing is, I actually think this is a fair give and take because I'm going to be watching the show on the Grinalong, but it's going to be like, those 4-hour Grinalongs take it out of you, dude. The live ones.
I might actually go to that show. I don't know yet.
I think it'll be very good. Maxwell Jacob Friedman's wrestling Roderick Strong on that show,
I've heard.
It actually does look like a pretty good show.
Yeah.
The match I'm most pumped for is Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be
can't tell if you're doing
not
that.
infuriating.
I'm tempted to do the Full Gear preview and then duck the Survivor Series one, to be honest. I'm pondering this. I can't miss both because that feels egregious.
You honestly, no, you should just skip both of them.
If it's Bron Reed and Seth Freakin, I might need to call in,
You know what's the funny thing? Having watched the TV building to it, Reed is actually not the egregious part of this. It's Freakin, to be completely honest with you.
It's honestly not a personal thing in either direction. It just feels wholly unnecessary to me, It's like, it's a hat on a hat. It's like...
They told us 5 months ago that Seth would never team with Roman again, and now they're
It's
teaming
just-
again.
Well, Seth said it this week, actually. He was like, I wouldn't have to leave me alone. I don't want anything
What
to
if I don't do either preview, but I send in extensive videos where I talk about Macho Man Randy Savage and
do. You know,
From your lair.
yeah.
you should protest both companies until Punk or Joe come back.
Brainbuster might actually have
bro.
the correct. Buster might be on the same, dude. If I put a camera here and I just do reaction shots like Max, that's
That's a good bit.
that's kind of money, yeah.
Because you going good point, Oracle.
I'm definitely going to consider this. All right, let's see.
Because you're nodding your head like,
There was one of Max this week where he was like laughing, and JJ tweeted when Joe does the geezer voice on Late Night Grin. That was an incredible tweet. Anyway, there's a lot coming up this week, we promise. I just can't remember it all. There'll be a poll up tomorrow. There'll be a show tomorrow. All that good stuff. Folks, we hope you've enjoyed this. Please like the video if you have. And once we're done here, leave a comment.
Yeah.
Tell us. Actually, this is important, actually. So next month's... oh, God, I missed a Jack Crosby text. Sorry, Jack Crosby. I love you if you're watching. Next month for the flagship retro Grinalong, we have a few options. We have Starcade 89, we have TLC 09, and TLC 2015. Comment below which of those three you'd like to see on the flagship in December, because every month we try and do a free one of these, like this show.
Mhm.
So,
good God.
that'll be December 13th. So TLC 09, TLC 2015, or Starcade 89. All very similar shows, same wheelhouse, you know. Okay.
I can't think of that was on TLC 2015. Holy crap.
I want to say TLC 2009 is the Shelton Christian show.
You know,
also.
yeah. 2015 one, I can't think of anything from
15.
There might be like a Lucha Dragons New Day multi-tag team ladder thing.
Yeah, that might be the one with the crazy Callisto spot.
I can't think of
Maybe. Sheamus and Roman, maybe? I don't know.
Good God.
We'll find out. Comment below, folks, because I will genuinely, I don't know which of those to do. So comment below if you'd like to have an early say on it. All right, folks. Have a great night. We hope you enjoyed this edition of the flagship. Keep grinning. All hail sport with these wonderful faces on screen, and enjoy this outro. Have a good night, folks. Bye.